All right. So last session, you guys did it. You killed the dragons of the cult of the Emerald Serpent. Where it was a adult green dragon and an adult black dragon, and you kicked their ass. Kicked it real good. I almost got you guys, but then Dan had to just rope trick away and then make the fight way easier for you guys by keeping that dragon in the wall for us. And then Rosie set up a bomb. There was lots of explosions, gunshots. Things went down pretty fast for the dragons. They didn't get too much of a chance. Dan also showed how he chokes the dragon too.
Bigby's hand also played a big role in that.
That's what exactly. Not too much to tell. It was also a bit of a short session, but not too much to tell. It was fighting two dragons. You guys did it, and then after that, after you killed both dragons, the Nagas that were mining at the broken remains, trying to get inside to help their masters, dissolved into a pile of goop and bones, seemingly killed off by the removal of whatever it was that charmed them or made them what they were. So you guys were pretty much all alone in this place here, and as you slayed them, the chamber that you popped into to get into the main part of the underwater temple started to fill with gold. More and more and more gold. And as you guys sifted it through with Bigby's hand, just looking for any items, you found quite a lot of things, and eerily fitting items that seemed to fit each and every one of you, as if they were handpicked specifically for you. And these items seem to be pretty powerful, I'd say. They're not legendary or artifacts. I would say they rank at about very rare as far as that goes. But you guys got about 362k divided however you please. I believe Dan had mentioned how he wants to do that. About 4,000 of that is in gems. And then you got a few other items, a robe of stars, a blood axe, and then all of the items that were below. So this is more or less just going to be a kind of a cleanup, figure out what you guys are going to do. Sounds like you also want to recruit some guys now that the cult's dead, and there's probably a bunch of mooks available for hire now. So there's logistics of getting that and also transporting all this gold, because it's a lot of gold. So
hell yeah.
On that note, does anybody have any questions? I know there was also talk of Dan wanting to use Legend Lore to figure out about these items at some point.
I'm gonna say, we wanted mooks, but didn't we just kill all of them at the lake? Or are there more mooks?
There's got to be more mooks in the region. This is like a regional conflict between two people controlling traffic on the river, right?
Well, this was the cult that was helping one side of that.
Exactly. So that side, the public-facing side, doesn't have the cult behind them anymore.
So they're probably fucked.
So they're probably fucked. And then the guys that we're supporting won't need all the mercenaries they just hired anymore. So they're probably going to downsize, which means those guys will be up for grabs.
The Silver Crown Consortium's the ones who's probably going to be suddenly free up of a lot of their people, if they're even going to be a thing much anymore.
All right, so just see who makes themselves known in the coming days, and we can take it from there.
Do you think our exploding stunt drew any attention from the outside world?
Probably some.
I'm sure it was only a giant explosion.
Can't imagine anybody can do anything about it.
I
That
mean-
does leave a little bit of a question. If Amira Valkant still up and about, she's the leader of that Silver Coin Consortium.
Right. Did she live around here?
Beats me.
Hope not.
Sucks if she did.
I mean, makes our job easier.
You're not wrong. All right. Well, first things first, we need to get this fucking gold secure.
We do that.
All
No,
right.
how Dan, how do you want to do that?
All right. My pitch
No,
was
let's just keep.
Let's meticulously go through this for the next 40 minutes.
yeah,
Gold piece by gold piece.
send a couple people back to the sub, get the sub, bring it back, teleport it into the sub.
Cool.
Yep.
You'll spend
It
a
would
week
take
doing
us-
that.
However
Yeah.
long it takes to get the car there and back.
It's probably going to take some time, needless to say.
All right.
So, while that is going on, I would
Can
say
we talk to the people first before doing the money thing? Or at least some people with the money to do it, and other people to go talk to people.
that is a good question. You were thinking of splitting the gold to use it to acquire mooks.
I mean, are we okay with that proposal?
That's fine.
How many mooks are you looking to get?
Well,
How many can we afford?
that's
A lot.
How many can we fit on the sub?
That's a good question because you've already got a lot of gold in the sub.
Well,
That's probably getting locked in the bridge.
We can
Yeah.
hang hammocks from the ceiling. That's what they do on sailing ships.
Yeah.
How many people does a sub normally fit?
Let's see.
Well, European, American, German.
I don't suppose there's somewhere where we could exchange it for like a higher level currency, is there?
A bank, perhaps? Why, there's a bank in Baldur's Gate. They have quite the loot.
That bank have enough gold or platinum on hand
Right.
I doubt it.
to facilitate this.
If there's a bank, we should just rob it.
Seriously.
The last bank we tried to rob was filled with demons, so I'm guessing these banks are a little less defended.
So here's what I'm thinking. I looked up the average amount a sub can hold. Now, granted, these are current subs. Can hold anywhere from like 120 to 160, but this sub is not that big. I am also thinking you guys are also going to have a good amount of the sub petitioned off to hold all your gold. So I think you could probably fit 30 to 40. It's probably not going to be the most comfortable, but probably 30 to 40.
That seems small.
That's a lot of gold, too.
It is a lot of gold. Which is part of why I'm like, a portable hole would be really helpful. If we want to commit some time to that.
Should we just spend the time to make a portable hole?
Probably.
Wouldn't that take weeks?
If 5 people do it, we could do it in 12 days.
What if we just do it where we're at instead of transporting the gold, and then we can just make it there?
I don't know if I want to stay in this place for 5 days.
I don't trust the stonework for that long.
12 days.
Well, you guys can come back to my castle, and we can do it there.
Oh, that's true.
Transport the gold to your castle.
It's
Do you have like
perfectly
a
safe
vault?
there. I haven't found one. I don't. I think there's
Should have just
There's
said
a
yes.
side room.
Should have just said yes.
no. There's no vault at all.
All right. Well, another complication.
I mean, my parents won't say anything. It'll be fine. Besides, I assume I get a portion of this gold.
Are you going to join the crew?
No, but I did help, right?
Ostensibly.
Then,
I love the silence from every other party member.
I'm not the decision maker, so
How much is it? 372 divided by 6 if we include Gary. Would be 62 each. And if we're putting half of our shit into the organizational funds, that means we're pocketing 31 and we're saving 31. I'd be willing to toss him 31.
Yeah, you'll take away our take-home pay, basically.
I appreciate it. I've, like I said, I've been trying to upgrade this region around Phandelver, or Phandalin, and that money will go to good use, especially on this plane.
Yeah, I can imagine. It seems like a
Certainly more money than I've ever seen.
chunk of change.
Alright, well, if negotiations need to happen between us and the Silver Current Consortium, then let's prioritize doing that first. It's like, what, a 2-day drive back there if we fly?
Something like that.
Not with me in the car.
Right. Good old Gary.
Go straight, but not that straight.
Yes, I know.
We've driven this way before.
So let's just leave a group of people here to guard the thing while the people who can talk go talk.
All right.
And then you
So I
guys
guess
come
that means
back
that-
with the sub.
That reminds me, could you drop me off? I gotta get these tongues to the gnome.
Tongs?
The tongues.
Tongs?
Tongues! So I gotta slap you with them.
Like noodles?
I wouldn't.
Tongs?
I wouldn't either, but I might have to if you keep asking me.
All right. Well,
Think that would be a
then
problem.
I guess I'll head out with. I'll look around.
I mean,
All right.
who do you need?
Yeah, Rosie, you come with me.
what?
Wait, shouldn't I go too? Gary pipes up.
Yeah. Rosie, Gary, and the translator, and some muscle.
I'm not muscle.
You got a crack shot. You're kind of muscle.
Okay.
A gun is a muscle.
Is it though?
That's why
what
they
it
call
said
it trigger finger.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Haven't you ever seen the guys working out? They say, "Look at my guns."
Yeah, that's for muscles.
No, they have machine gunner.
No, I don't.
Sorry.
I don't think that's right.
It has been a while since I've been on Fortuna.
Yeah, Gary, it's been a while.
Things may have
Oh.
changed.
Settle down there, Buckaroo. Just kidding.
Someone's feeling
Buckaroo, that's a
sassy.
new one.
I'm not sassy. You're sassy.
Okay, Rosie, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go get the sub and have these meetings while the party is guarding gold, and then we'll bring it back.
So, you work on getting the gold into the sub, and you'd probably drop off Odrin where he requests, or are you doing that after this first visit?
If his drop off is on the way, then we can drop him off. But if not, then we probably do the visit first.
Because he needs to go to Athkatla, the city of coin.
Right. And where was the meeting with the? Oh God, what's her name? The Riverborn lady.
Riverborn Syndicate, the
Amira Velkant.
Mirror Valcamp. That was. So they had set up a meeting in, I believe, Esford, if I recall correctly, which is on the river Esmel.
That's
It's basically due south from Lake Wing, where you guys are currently.
so taking it back to Kala would be on the way.
So is that what you want to do then?
Yeah, let's
Set up the
do that
meeting there?
first.
Okay. So, heading over to Esford, then, I would say you would takes you guys some time to get the gold loaded up and kind of do your back and forth. But over the course of over the course of the week before you do the visit, or you want to do the visit mid gold transportation?
I think it's visit and then gold.
Okay. Just making sure I get the chain of events right. So, yeah, heading to Esford before dealing with the gold. Takes you a little bit. Better part of the day to get from Lake Wing to Esford. You do land down at a fairly decent-sized river town, so to say. Lots of boats. Unsurprisingly, it seems to be like a fishing village. But it does seem like people seem to be out and about a bit more than you've seen like the other towns you've been to. It seems like they're a bit spooked is probably the best term. They seem a bit antsy.
What seems to be the trouble?
I think it's the explosion.
This is hundreds. Is it 100? It's several tens of miles away.
Wasn't that explosion like 100 miles?
I think we determined that a hex is like 40 miles.
Odrin did describe it happened once a while ago, and he's described it as a explosion heard around the plane.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were a little freaked out.
Well, ultimately not our problem.
You're not wrong.
It's a little bit my problem, but I assume Phandalin is okay at the moment.
I'm sure they're fine. It's not like they're nearby.
And we actually just got rid of a cold, so that should help.
Exactly. So, setting the car down in a inconspicuous place, you head into Esford, and yeah, up close, yeah, a lot of people are talking at kind of an elevated voice, almost as if they're having trouble hearing each other. But they do seem to be going about their normal business. They just are a bit more antsy, on their toes. But where would you like to start?
Well, I'm going to cast Sending. And I'm going to target Amira Velkant.
Okay.
Or no, not Amira. Oh, Amira's the leader of the Silver Current. Shit.
You're wanting to talk to the member of the other one?
Yeah. Did we get a name for them?
Yeah. That would be. Let's see. That was for the Riverborn Syndicate. Rolling through my list of peeps. I really need to start using characters more for player info. Did I not post him there? Okay, here he is. Come on. Oh, geez, my Google Sheets is acting up, or Google Notes.
How dare you?
Karsten Dusk.
Karsten Dusk. All right, then. I will target that fellow.
Okay.
And I will say, Karsten, this is the wizard Dan. You may have heard from Toric that we wanted to meet. We're in town. Where are you?
Okay, there we go. I posted in characters, so I got it for later. All right. So, Karsten, I would say you get a brief reply. Hop on into the tavern. Gotta say, I'm a bit interested to meet you.
All right, he's in the tavern. So we go there.
All right.
Yes, I follow. But did you understand that sending message?
I guess I'd have to use tongues.
Rosie would also follow.
All right. And yeah, you find a tavern called the Dwarvish Pub. Unsurprisingly, run by dwarves. As you enter in, and you see a normal amount of people just kind of milling about the tavern, and you see a group kind of crowded around several tables, with one man who seems to be a bit more standing out than the rest of them around him. He's got a scar over part of his face, black hair, looks a little loose and unkempt. He's got lots of leathers tied around him, dagger at his side as he's talking with his compatriots.
Karsten. Karsten, that's the name.
I believe it would be Dan then, eh?
And it would. I'll shake his hand.
He stands up to shake your hand. He's missing 2 of his fingers, but he shakes your hand.
Which
Tragic.
fingers?
The index and the middle finger.
Ooh.
It's a very loose, weak hand grip.
Well, Karsten, got some good news for you.
That's a good thing to come to me with.
Yeah, as I understand it, you're in some kind of a dispute with this Silver Current group.
Maybe I am.
Right. Well, listen, we just happen to be in the neighborhood and run afoul of some folks that turned out to be backers of theirs. If you're familiar at all with the Green Serpent cult.
Those lizard people. Aye?
Yeah, well, they're done.
What do you mean they're done?
They're dead. We killed them. I think we killed
You
all
mean
of
like
them.
all of them?
I think so. Honestly, I'm not sure.
Did you hear the boom?
I did. What was all that about anyway?
Yeah, that was us.
Yep.
Rosie's going to a bar to get a drink. I think she's like standing there looking between them for a little bit, and she's like, "I'm gonna go get a drink."
Rosie didn't take it very well.
Give me a persuasion, because he's kind of looking you up and down. He's like, how the hell did you just do that?
I'm all
I'm
wizard
not
head.
100% believing that.
Okay, I got a 19 plus Dan numbers, so I think that's a 25. Persuasion is plus 6, so 25.
Damn. He got a 23. All right. So, I imagine you're looking for something to give me such good news that you just got rid of my competition then.
Oh, we definitely weakened them.
I mean,
I guess.
more than weakened.
Well, I don't think we hit the silver current necessarily. We just got some financial backers, as I understood their relationship. I wasn't 100% clear on that relationship, actually. If you could shed some light on that, we'd be appreciative.
What, like how much they've been paying?
Well, just, is the silver current the same as the Green Serpent Cult? Are they separate organizations? Like, what was the relationship there?
That. So, the ways we understood it from the blokes that we captured on occasion,
Tricky to
they
do.
were ferrying all that green blood through the river using the cultists,
Mm-hmm.
and they were getting paid on the back end for that, and secretly, a lot of them were getting abducted into the cult, we think.
Interesting.
So it was more of like this is going to be absorbed into them, but they're being used for right now. At least that's what I got out of it.
So silver current was in the process of being absorbed by the cult. And
I believe so.
to the best of our knowledge, when we killed the cult leaders, a couple of dragons, the cultists dissolved in the pools of acid. Some kind of weird
Sounds
magic.
right.
Yeah, so depending on how far they got into the silver current, they may be completely gone.
Rosie's gonna come back with a beer and sit back down at the table.
Welcome back, Rosie.
Hello.
How is it?
Pretty good.
It's very
Yeah.
strong. Dwarven beer.
I feel like she drinks. Actually, never mind. 1 second. Let's see. Oh, no. She doesn't like it.
Oh,
She'll sit at the table, take a sip, and be like, "Ugh."
Gary looks
Yeah.
at it.
Do you
Right.
want it?
Sure.
There you go.
Good stuff.
Yeah, this is probably like a 15% alcohol content in its beer. It is strong.
It's a very strong beer. That's
Mhm.
very strong.
that's good beer.
Mm.
Okay.
It's good to get you fucked up.
Hell yeah. Okay, well, listen. So that's good to hear that. Yeah, you're in a good spot now.
I assume you're looking for some kind of gift or something.
Well,
We're getting rid of our competition.
wouldn't say no. At the very least, I think if you'd be willing to split the spoils off of whatever Silver Current's remaining assets are, if they've got any strong houses or accounts, stockpiles somewhere, we'd be appreciative. I feel like that's a pretty small sum in light of the fact that you've just come into a monopoly on trade in the region.
So you're looking for housing, or you're looking for people?
Well, we're looking for money. People too. But you get people with money, so.
That is how this world seems to work, isn't it?
Seems to be.
I mean, I know a good amount of the houses was around the lake.
Yeah, let's avoid that area.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of that's still standing, but
Yeah.
hey, that real estate's open and free for the taking now, so,
Actually, it's a great investment opportunity.
True.
Well, there you go, Gary. Wait,
I'm a little far away from this area.
I lied. Rosie cannot understand what you guys are saying.
You can understand what Dan's saying.
No, the 15% alcohol, though.
Dan's got tongues up, so everybody can understand Dan.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, let's see. There's about, four places that reside around the lake?
To my memory, yeah, something like that.
Or we say you can have Deepton, Edove, and Shalar, and we get Minzor Vale. That's the one that's right on the river.
Sure.
Of course, you're going to have to build up our areas on that.
Here's the thing. We're not necessarily looking for real estate. We're not local. We're not going to be in the area for much longer.
Well, I am.
Well, okay. Gary will be, but he's also not local. He's
No, yeah, I'm a little. Yeah, don't worry about that.
He's from up north. Tell you what. How about we lease you the land that those towns were originally on, since nobody seems to own them anymore.
Depends on what the right is.
I mean, I feel like you guys are going to be coming into a decent bit of money here in the next couple of years. You got primo opportunity to grow and expand. I feel like
Well, what I'm thinking here is, let's say we do take all the work putting into getting Lake Wang back to what it was with all these villages. Then you guys who just blew up the lake come back and then take over us.
And what's the
using
point?
the very gold that I paid you.
If we wanted to take over, we could just take it. That's my point. I don't necessarily want the land.
Did you tell him that we could just kill them all if we really, really wanted to?
Oh, he said that himself. He
Oh.
figured it out.
Okay.
Yeah, he knows.
Okay.
That's why my concern is I'd rather not pay gold to the man who has a sword over my throat, if you know what I mean.
Hey, there's no sword to anybody's throat at the moment. Everything's kosher.
Gary puts his sword away.
Gary.
Rosie's like, gun?
No.
guys.
I'm sorry, I can only hear 1/4 of this third of this conversation.
I know. Everything's okay right now.
Okay.
So there's a language barrier, Karsten. Forgive us.
Thought you sounded a little different than around here.
You could say that. Look, I don't want to fight anybody about this. The way I see it, we've done you guys a huge solid. We've basically handed you all shipping along this river for the foreseeable future, and you're welcome to it. I would just like something for our troubles.
Like I said, I think I'm glad of the offer. I'm just a little concerned about the future. You know, say we've been paying you, and then you decide, nope, we want this place.
I mean, if you keep paying us, we don't have a problem. If people start fucking with you and you're still paying us, they're about to have a problem, you know?
Oh, so it's like a protection racket. Why didn't you just say that?
I'd hardly call it a racket. Think of it as
Protection racket.
what do you call it around here? Fealty? Tribute?
Yeah, tribute's probably close enough.
All right, think of it as tribute then. We collect our share based off of, you know, the development you guys are doing, since we gave you the land to start with, and in return, you guys have problems. You send word, and we can come clean stuff up.
I think I can get behind that idea.
All right.
So no gun?
No gun. I think we
Not
got.
at the
I think we have an agreement.
Okay.
We can get the specifics figured out. You got a money man?
Yeah, I think you know him, Torque.
That little bastard?
Yeah, he's working for us now.
Good on him. I was getting tired of seeing that little shit around here anyways.
Well, you might be hearing from him more often now, so.
As long as he's not around me.
All
be
right,
good.
fair enough. Yeah, nah, Torque seems like he's pretty good with the numbers, so.
I mean, the reason I kept him.
Well, I'm glad we could come to this understanding. What do you want to call it? Say 20% of the take year over year? We'll revisit this in 5 years. If we need to renegotiate, we'll renegotiate.
Give me a persuasion.
Oof. I'm going to use that
Actually,
inspiration.
with advantage because you were also
Storage.
telling him you're getting the gnome off of his hands.
Okay, wow, I got that counted for a lot. It's not much better. 16.
16.
The first one was a 4, so it would have been 12. Or no, 10.
Jesus, he rolled bad. He got a 12. 7 plus his bonus.
Well, I'll take that.
He kind of scritches the back of his head as he's thinking a bit. 100%. I don't got to deal with the gnome anymore. Get a nice little lake to myself. You know what? He's going to stand up and extend a hand out to you. You got yourself a deal.
Then I'll shake his hand.
Good job, Dan.
So we'll have some money coming in the future here.
How about we celebrate? You want a round on the house?
I won't say no to a drink.
A drink? Can I get one that's not that one? And she'll point at the drink
Yeah.
Gary's drinking.
Can we get her a little something lighter? I
Can you
think.
get her a sippy cup?
I don't need a sippy cup. Oh wait, she probably doesn't understand that. What'd you say?
We're
Gary,
gonna
quit
get you
being a-
something a little
What do you
lighter.
say? I have a gun, Gary.
Oh,
And I'm bored.
Okay.
Rosie's the foreigner waving a gun around in a fucking.
Yeah, basically, 100%.
Mhm. Okay, I would say, yeah, they would be able to get you a dwarven ale light. that's about not as strong, and it's got a different taste to it. So
and 0 calories.
How do they do it?
I don't know.
dwarven ancestry. So, anyways, you guys would be able to get that resolved. What is the rest of the party doing in the meantime?
I was gonna say the reason it's 0 calories is so spicy it burns off all the calories.
Oh, there you go.
It's spicy. Oh god.
Yeah, it's spicy.
spicy beer.
Mhm.
Spicy beer.
That's upsetting.
It's like nutmeg and ginger just cranked up to 10.
Oh god.
You never had spiced alcohol?
I've had spiced like wine, but not spiced beer. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, give me a roll, see how you like it.
Do I get the same thing?
Oh, 19. Dan's into it.
Did
You mean
Rosie
like
get
the same
Right.
drink, or
Yeah, but Dan or
you would
Dan's prob-
get?
Dan's is probably on the strong side. He's probably getting the
beer.
dark dwarven stuff.
Okay, yeah, she's
Yeah.
like, no, I just drank.
The Guinness.
No. This is different. Yours was like bready. This has got like some kind of I don't know. Good.
12. She liked it better.
All right.
It's not bad, right?
Okay.
Who exactly is the rest of the party comprised of at this stage?
I believe that would be AAA, Dagrim, Rez. I think you guys left Odrin with him as well.
Yeah, Odrin's
With you guys as well.
I thought Odrin was getting dropped off at his house.
Oh, that's right. We're taking.
Oh yeah,
over
that's
this.
right. You dropped off him there. So yeah, it would just be AAA, Dagrim, and Rez, if I recall correctly.
The most fun people in the group.
Well, what do we do?
Oh,
Guys,
Oh.
I found this thing over there. I'll eat it if you give me 10 gold.
What does it look like?
I don't
You just
know.
toss 10 gold out of the pile.
is that a thing? What kind of thing?
Kind of gray and lumpy. I don't know.
That's interesting.
Don't do it.
Looks like some of the goop from one of the dissolved nagas after it's been left to fester for a bit.
I can't imagine that's healthy, but you do seem to be immune to poison.
10 gold. Easy entertainment. They've been gone for 2 days. I'm bored as hell.
It is pretty. Yes, it is pretty boring here. In the time that Dagrim has here, I think he would contact Merkel and see if he has any. Just see if there's any allies of Merkel in the vicinity of where we're at that we could potentially recruit, maybe bring back to Fortuna.
Okay, so just kind of looking to see if you can find any other Merkelites.
Yeah, Merkelites. We'll go with that.
Yeah, you guys, I would say the question would be, because you guys were in the temple to guard the gold. Did any of you guys leave the temple to kind of surface, or?
I think we need Dan here to surface because
Wait,
there's
wait.
like 100 feet. I'm in heavy armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were told to wait here, so we're waiting here.
So, read any books lately?
Okay.
I ate
mean-
the gray thing.
Roll me a d20, Rose.
Oh shit, we need dice for this game. I'll use Google.
All right.
I got exactly a 10.
Wasn't bad. Wasn't great. It's kind of salty, burnt goo.
Great. Mid again.
That tastes like snake.
AAA is going to embark on a experiment with his bartending kit
Okay.
to see if he can find an alcohol to change the color of his flame breath when he breathes it.
Ooh.
So you're just
Kinda
going to
like
see him
those-
like,
Go ahead.
what's up?
I was like,
So
go
you're
ahead.
you're gonna see him repeatedly like mix different drinks, take a drink, and then use fire breath, and see if it comes out a different color.
Kind of like those flame color packets you can toss in the fire, but a drink.
His end goal is to see if he can get one that'll make his color come out rainbow color.
Ooh.
Ooh.
RGB.
RGBB. Or RGBDB. There we go. Red, green, blue, dragon breath.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know what rolls you need to make for that, or when I need to make them. But just let me know.
I'd say since you guys were there over the course of 2 days, give me a. I think probably I'm gonna need 2 different rolls. I'm gonna need a nature and an arcana check.
Okay. So the nature check, I have a +0 in, but I rolled a 19. So
Okay.
that's good. And then arcana check. I have a +4, and I rolled a 13, so that is 17.
Okay. So, I'd say while you guys are there for the 2 days, you would be getting pretty close, AAA. You guys would probably have seen AAA's breath changing color slowly over the course of those days. And I'd say you're getting close, AAA. If you spend more time, you'd probably be able to get the RGB flames. You're getting it where you can get like 1 or 2 colors at a time, but it's going to take a little more time to get the RGB. But you are close.
Good thing alcohol doesn't affect him.
I'm gonna keep going until I run out of time. So
All right. So I'd say, do we want to fast forward to get the party together then?
Yeah, I don't think we got anything that really needs doing.
Okay. So with that, I would say as you guys get back, finish transporting the gold, after you struck the deal, probably swap out who's resting in the vat, or not the vat, the temple underwater. You would eventually get a ping from your buddy Torque, or not Torque, Odrin, and he says to meet him in the City of Coins, where you guys were previously, or at least pick him up at the very least. One of the two, Ethkatla.
Alrighty.
So, if you guys do head there, he would probably meet you in the same tavern that you guys rented out, basically for
Right. Yeah, we kind of bought out a
for
floor,
a good
didn't
while. Yeah. And as you guys would funnel in, you would be met by Torek and Odrin. Torek is holding out a kind of a bunch of metal-looking necklaces in his hand. He says, "All right, so I heard about the problem. I figured all you couldn't hear worth of shit don't understand us since you're from not here. So Odrin and I got to talking, so we made these." And he is going to proceed to hand out a necklace to each of you. These are magic items. They are uncommon. They do not require attunement. And as soon as you slip them on, the voices and words and language coming out of both your mouths and your ears are suddenly comprehensible.
Hola, mi amigos.
Buenos
Hello.
¿Cómo
dias.
está?
Can I talk now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can they understand
Yes,
me?
we can hear you.
Oh,
Good.
It's a miracle.
Oh my god.
and
This is the best invention ever.
Yeah, I'm glad actually that he got one from each dragon. One wasn't enough, so 2 was a good thing. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to do. So when are we getting off this plane here, anyways?
Are you nervous?
Not necessarily. More just looking to get back to doing what I'm good at.
I see.
Well,
Kind of been bored here.
We got a few pieces of business to take care of before we leave. You might actually be able to help us with this. How possible do you think it would be to find us a decently sized ship?
Like a boat?
Yeah.
Are we talking one for the river or one for the ocean?
Like an ocean-sized boat.
Why do we need an ocean-side boat?
Yeah, that's a
Yes,
good question.
We have a sub.
We have one sub.
And
Are you thinking like a galley, a long ship? Like how big we talking here?
Like a galleon. You know, like a
Dan,
big...
are you thinking of changing the sub into a galleon?
No, I'm thinking of getting another ship so we can fit more people into this operation we got.
Does a wooden galleon make sense as a spelljammer?
I don't see why not.
No, I don't know. I don't understand spelljammers all that much. Just seems like a wooden ship. It's not, you know.
I've seen people use giant fucking rocks, and I've seen people use ships with trees for sails. I don't know how it fucking works, but I know the boat, there's the chair thing, that works.
Where did you see these things?
Yeah,
It was the magazine that I saw. They used the rod to make the chair.
someone was advertising the rock spelljammer in a magazine.
They were talking about how, you know, spell jamming technology is advanced and such and such and that. There's a
We
whole
could
fucking
make a rock.
I don't remember the
we
whole
used to
article.
travel through the stars exclusively on rocks.
They're not just boulders, they're rocks.
You think I'm fucking kidding?
A rock.
And yet, behold, you fucking sassy Sallies. Yeah. A rock.
I'll be damned.
Oh yeah.
Dan just happens to pull out the magazine and flips to the page, nails it down with his finger. Right there.
I
It
guess
looks
that
like
is
a
a rock.
beholder.
I know, that's who drove them.
Oh,
Allegedly.
it would be. That's like people on Fortuna driving mafia cars.
All right.
I mean, to answer your question, boss, galleons, I mean, they ain't cheap. I'm sure you can afford it. From what I kind of got a whiff of. If you killed the dragon, that's probably going to be a good chunk of change. But
Yeah, I mean, we got some cash to throw around. So
they usually run about 25 to 30,000.
Would you be able to find us one that's in dry dock right now? Maybe, you know, behind on repairs, needs to be fixed up. Maybe there's been some delays for whatever reason. Shipping company hasn't wanted to come around and pay the delays install. I don't know. Just see if you can find us something that's been like repossessed. You know, get a good deal on it. It doesn't have to be leak proof. It just needs to be, you know, a vessel.
Are you looking for a repoed one?
Can you find that?
I got some guys I could talk to, but Odrin, could you help me out with that? Sometimes they can be a little rough. I think I could do that if it's all right with you, boss.
Yeah, go nuts.
Well, don't go nuts. We've seen that already.
I mean, if they try and get a bit tossed, they can always get a toss in the river.
Dan, are you wanting us to fix up this ship?
I don't think we really need to fix it up. It doesn't have to be, like I said, it doesn't have to be waterproof if it flies.
Doesn't this have to go
airtight?
Doesn't this have to go like 100 million miles an hour? I feel like it needs to be pretty stable.
As long as the the main boat part is, intact.
I mean, the rock worked.
Yeah, I mean they're full of fucking rocks. Look, it's in the magazine.
I saw them. I saw the magazine.
Okay.
Now, is that the actual ship or is that an artist rendition?
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like a photo to
It's
me. It
not
looks
an
painted.
artist. How would it be the actual one? It's just a picture.
Yeah.
Well, is it a picture or is it an artist rendition of a ship?
I would assume it's either a photo or a very sophisticated painting, but I don't fucking know. I can't.
How they
Can't say.
take a picture of it when it's out of plane?
He makes a valid point.
Great question. It's probably an artist rendition.
Yeah, so it
so-
probably isn't a rock.
Okay. Let's just see if we can find something. If we can get some more people off plane instead of just 40 or 50, I feel like that would be to our benefit.
Have you already started to get people, boss?
We're
Yes,
looking.
we have two.
Well, aside from present company excluded.
We are looking.
All right. Well, I mean, no time like the present. And he just kind of looks at Odrin, and he opens the door and starts heading out. Yeah, they are looking for a boat.
Cool.
But yeah,
Oh,
now
yeah.
you guys can talk and be understood by everybody.
Fantastic. Okay, well, here's the thing that we should probably talk about as a party while nobody else is here. What the fuck are we gonna do with these crazy magic items?
That's a good question.
They are very, very specifically designed for us, and that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody have legend lore, or does nobody have that?
Yeah, that was on my to-do list.
Could this just be a stroke of luck?
I don't feel like we're ever this lucky.
Could we divine intervention to ask?
I don't know if divine intervention would be the
Not divine
thing to use right
intervention.
now.
The thing that ask your god damn it.
Commune.
Legend lore.
Commune.
Commune.
Oh. I feel like legend lore might work better, honestly.
Yeah, we could try.
Well, I'm saying use both of them. So legend lore to get the background of the item, and then commune to make sure there's nothing else going on with the item.
Anything in? Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, I'd say let's run the gamut. Detect magic, identify, commune.
Well, presumably
Contact
we've
other
already
plane.
identified them,
Yeah.
since we know what they do.
Give them a real solid once over and make sure we aren't missing some kind of tracking glyph or something.
Do you think it's the Demon Council?
I don't know how it could
It's
be,
not-
but I'm not ruling it out.
Hard to believe they would send these specific items to this specific plane in this specific dungeon.
Yes, it
And
seems
yet
like
somebody did.
the dragons are the ones that collected
still-
all of the treasure.
It's still god level.
There's a lot of coincidences that would have had to come into play for us to come into these items. It could just be random chance.
This feels more deity level.
Maybe it was Merkel.
He already gave us a boon. I don't know why he'd be super nice like that.
Maybe
Merkel
something
hasn't
changed.
reached out to me, and I have recently reached out to Merkel and have not heard anything back.
He left you on red.
That's pretty standard with a god. They have much more important business to attend to than figuring out where there's magical trinkets came from.
Well, it
Touche.
certainly, interesting to consider the notion that some god out there is throwing us a bone because they believe in our mission or something.
That would be an interesting god. I don't know which one that would be.
No clue.
God's looking at him. God's looking at him. I like these crazy motherfuckers.
Well, I mean, we could at least get the legend lore done.
Yes.
Go for it.
I'll try that and cast legend lore on my scroll case.
Right. Pull up that sheet list here.
I thought that one was for me.
No, I
I
swear
came
that was
prepared
me.
because I was like, I bet they're going to legend lore the shit out of these.
Nope, let's not do it.
You
All right.
fucks.
So Dan, as you settle down for legend lore, casting it on your scroll case of the Ember Sage, the scent of aged parchment and burnt ash fills your nostrils and surrounds your senses. Faint whispers of incantations echo around you, words in unknown tongues forgotten by time, spoken by voices long lost. Visions begin to take shape, a library engulfed in flames, a lone figure standing amidst an inferno, clutching a wooden scroll case as books turn to cinder. You would understand that this scroll case is almost as old as recorded magic itself. Its origins trace back to the burning halls of Solkara's Apex, an ancient repository of arcane knowledge once hidden deep within the plane of ash, crafted by Ignivius, the Ember Sage.
Holy shit.
Scholar-
Okay.
What?
Start from the beginning. So Cars Apex.
Solkara's Apex was the origin, an ancient repository of arcane knowledge, hidden within the
Arcane
plane of
knowledge.
ash.
In the plane of ash.
It was crafted by Ignivius, the Ember Sage, a
Got it.
scholar who believed that true mastery of magic came not from preservation but from destruction, learning by fire, burning away weakness to leave only power behind. The scroll case was built to withstand even the hottest flames, preserving spells that might otherwise be lost to time. And the first known wielder after Ignivius was Master Virelith, which I had to take some time for learning how to pronounce that because that is weird. A wizard tyrant who sought to hoard all the magic for himself. He gathered spells from across planes, sealing them within this scroll case. However, when he attempted to steal magic directly from a dying god, he was struck down and his body was immolated in divine fire, leaving only the charred scroll case behind. And as you pour more into legend lore on this item, focusing more on it, you get a flash of the last known bearer. And this person looks kind of similar to you. You would
That's
you would know this
uncanny.
as the Sovereign, the mortal mage who sought to safeguard such dangerous relics.
Blast wielded by the Sovereign.
How it
And he
ended up
kind
to
He
what's that?
looks like me?
No, he looks like someone you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I was about to say, I was like, oh my god, what does it mean?
It's your brother.
It's me from the future.
Oh, shit.
I like that theory better. For some reason.
All of my brothers are fuckhead except for one. He's a painter.
And yeah, for centuries, it remained locked in his vaults. And somehow, now, it seems to rest in the hands of someone who values knowledge, wealth, and fire alike, as you get a flash of it holding in your very hands. But legend lore seems to give you a hint to the item. The scroll case of the Ember Sage has never belonged to one who did not seek more than they should.
Who did not seek more than they should?
Yes.
Oh. Dan comes out of the Legend Lord trance. It's like, don't fucking tell me what to do. As he puts the scroll case away.
Does the scroll case scold you, Dan?
He's talking shit. Give me the next one.
Ooh, do mine.
All right. I'll do
All
it
right.
tomorrow. I can't cast Legend Lord for the. Wait,
Oh, God, it's gonna be a
I
6-day process.
might be able to do a multiples a day. Hang on.
Can you use your
I've
card
got-
trick or whatever?
Here, just
Oh,
borrow one of
okay.
my spell slots.
Actually, no, I don't think I can use the card trick because Legend Lord takes like a minute, doesn't it?
I don't fucking know.
10 minutes, yeah. Okay, so I can do it with the focus. I can do it with 1, 2. Okay, I could do 4 a day if that's all I do with 5th level slots for the day.
I mean, we don't have any.
Yeah,
Combats.
I can do more.
Coming.
I can do more.
Can you
Okay.
twin it?
No.
Win a legend lore. I target 2 things.
It's like hearing 2 speeches at
Yeah,
once.
it's like 2 people talking
Uh,
over each other.
Yeah.
Damn it, I didn't
two-
get any of that.
2 YouTube videos playing at the same
Oh,
time.
God,
Yeah.
I'm getting speech jammed.
Give me subtitles. Give me subtitles.
All right, I'll do the silencer next.
Okay. So as legend lore locks in, you hear a faint ringing filling your ears, like the distant echo of a gunshot, immediately swallowed by silence. The spell reveals images of an aging dwarf hunched over a workbench, tapping in runes carved into the steel, amidst a city of endless lights and shadows that you can see through the window behind him. This silencer was one of the masterworks of the time of a dwarf named Torbeck Grimbranch, a artificer who sought refuge in his adamantine fortress in a plane that you would immediately recognize as Fortuna. Though it bustled with trade and innovation, at least his adamantine fortress seemed to. Torbeck himself hailed from a much arguably darker plane, a plane cursed by fate itself, the plane that you would know as Avum. Forged from precision-machined adamantine and infused with runic dampeners, this was designed to eliminate sound entirely, ensuring that a single well-placed shot would be the only thing an enemy ever heard. But he did not make it for war, he made it to tip the scales of fate, to craft a tool that could act beyond the watchful eyes of those who would control the future. The first known wielder was a Fortuna enforcer named Serene Voss, aka Quiet, who was a contract killer who never missed her mark. And for over a decade, she was a whispered legend amongst the city's underbelly, specifically in the Demon Council. She has many traces to that specific group, whether she has been paid off or if she is a member of the council itself remains to be seen. Somehow, the last to hold it was the Sovereign.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
What would that pattern be, Dan?
Well, we're 2 for 2 as far as these things last being held by the Sovereign. So
And who's the sovereign?
he's a big shit wizard who fucking kidnapped Rez's dragon half one time.
Oh. He stole half of you, Rez?
No, he kidnapped a dragon, split him into 2 parts, a gem containing his body and his soul. I came into
Oh.
contact with the soul half.
Yeah, that.
It's incredibly simple.
Sounds like it.
Mm-hmm. In any case, I think we have a pretty clear indication of who is divvying these items to us.
Yes, but what does the sovereign want with us?
I don't know. Why don't we ask him?
Sending?
Is that wise? I'll
Can
look
you
to
do that?
Rez and I'll be like, should I do that?
Are we sure that he's giving them to us, or
Well, he was the last owner.
So maybe somebody robbed the Sovereign and left them all here, but
Well, has it showed up in the legend lore that they were stolen from him or something?
no.
Maybe you should try doing the Blaze Claw Knuckles just to see.
Okay. Let me just do that.
Definitely a subtle way to say me next. All right, that what you doing, Dan?
I got 2 more for the day.
So, once again, the spell takes hold. You feel a heat rising around you. The scent of scorched metal and sulfur filling the air. Molten forges, claws raking through fire, and a draconic roar echoes throughout your mind. You see these knuckles being forged in the heart of the furnace pits, deep within the elemental chaos of the plane of fire. The metal used in their creation is unknown even to you on a brief glance, seeing what metals they were using to craft such an item. It seems to be resistant to both time and destruction, but their essence is unmistakable. They are bound to the lineage of a red dragon known as Blaze Claw the Tyrant, a warlord who ruled over 5 worshipping cults centuries ago. It is said that when Blaze Claw finally fell in battle, they were able to capture part of his essence, seeking a vessel to continue his legacy. First known bearer of the gauntlets was Kaelric Emberfist, a fire-blooded monk who wielded them with devastating precision. He sought to master the balance between discipline and the chaotic rage that burned within him. His control faltered. In his final days, he was consumed by the very power he sought to wield. The last to claim the gauntlets was again the Sovereign. We get another vision of him stealing it out of a vault clad in heat. Though not a warrior himself, he was able to secure them away, fearing what might happen should they fall into reckless hands.
And he gave them to us?
Or
That
as
doesn't-
someone else pitched, they were stolen from him.
Yeah.
I don't know why he gave them to us. He doesn't even know us.
I mean, he might know about Rez.
I would be surprised if he didn't.
Rez is a unique character.
I don't know. I get the sense that we are going to cross paths with him. I feel like it might be to our benefit to just be the ones who initiate. But if we want to keep hiding until he finds us, that's fine too.
I don't think we can even talk to him right now because doesn't we have to be on the same plane of existence?
Well, it's easier from the same plane. You don't have to be. You try.
I mean, I don't think this is something that's going to be resolved right this second. You could message him now. I'm not exactly sure what you'd even say. This might just be one for the to-do list.
Yeah, I'm just worried if he didn't leave them, he's gonna want them back. And they're kind of cool.
That's kind of what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
Do you want to do any others today?
I can do one more.
I think we got
I mean,
Dagrim, Gary, and AAA.
you could take a look at mine. Gary hands it
Hey.
over.
Okay.
I will look at Gary's item.
So for Gary's, once again, the spell takes hold, and a refreshing breeze, as comparative to the heat that you just felt, stirs around you. This carries the scent of leather, damp leaves, and a distant campfire smoke. You hear a quiet snap of a bowstring, rustle of unseen movement, and silence. This seems to be an old hunter's tool, its origins unknown. The leather is not from any known beast, and the craftsmanship suggests that hands in both skilled in tailoring and enchantment, it was designed for those who live by the hunt, adapting to its wielder's instincts. Much like an animal adapts to nature, this adapts to its wielder. The first recorded owner was Garrick Farshot, ranger who made his living through both game and fugitives. He wore the cloak for years, using its magic to turn the odds in his favor. One day, he vanished into the Shadowfell, leaving only the veil behind in an empty hunting lodge. The last known keeper was the Sovereign, who stored away this artifact as he deemed it too unpredictable, seeing as it could shape itself to any wielder that chose to don the cloak.
So I'm just gonna put this out there. It sounds like he doesn't want these magic items to be in anyone's hands. So I don't think he gave these to us. But
I mean, he
anyways.
seems like a great guy. He seems like a really useful item.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to give them though. Every single one, the last part is, oh, he deemed them too dangerous for mortal hands.
Well,
Oh,
that's what is that what he's actually
I'm-
saying, Dan?
I'm seeing a pattern here that indicates one of two things. Either somehow this cult robbed this guy, or a divine being or someone very powerful just transported a bunch of his shit into this place for us to have.
Did the Sovereign have any enemies that we knew of?
I mean, as the Devil Dawn had described, Benjamin and the Sovereign are kind of like yin and yang.
Mm,
So you know that much.
that Benjamin Shaman guy.
I hear he's a dick.
Who's Benjamin?
He's another wizard who's like, he fucks with the Sovereign.
Wait, Dan, is that the one that tried to duel you?
No, that was some fucking carny.
Oh,
I mean, if you wanted to fuck with the Sovereign, this would be a good way.
Yeah?
But how would he know we were going to fight these people?
and how would they get into the loot of a dragon horde?
I don't think any of us know anything about Benjamin Shaman other than maybe his name.
Well, he was involved in the shit surrounding your dragon gem, wasn't he?
Not to my knowledge.
Was he not involved in that some peripheral way?
I don't believe so.
Oh no, wait, he's got another dragon gem. That's what it is.
Oh, that sounds plausible.
Lokal wanted it.
Oh, yes,
That
yes,
is-
yes.
He's got a dragon ball.
Yeah, Lokal wanted Shaman's Dragon Ball.
Hmm. Also,
Well, should we
at some
use
point
the item?
we should legend lore Mr. Shaman.
Well, it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
That's fine.
You do have 2 items left. You have AAAs and Dagrams, if you do choose to do that.
I mean, I think we probably should, just to be thorough.
Yeah.
So, next day, we'll let you
Okay.
more.
I'll say that Dagram is not wearing his or utilizing his at the moment.
Oh, interesting.
Well, Rosie still has to like fix hers, so she's
I'm not sure I'm gonna even be able to utilize mine.
using hers yet. Anyways, either.
Okay, so using the legend lore, which one or who are you targeting? Who you thinking?
Let's do Dags next then.
So, as the spell takes hold on a bright new day, your vision begins to darken as everyone and the room you're in seems to fade away as a hush of silence and darkness encapsulates you. You see a small flickering light in front of you, in this darkness. And in this light, you can see the shadow of this crown floating in it. This seems to have been wrought from the umbral substance of the Shadowfell, shaped by hands long since turned to dust. It was never meant for mortal rulers, but those who understood the weight of ending. The first recorded bearer was a warlord named Vadris Thorn, a self-proclaimed king of the dead who sought dominion over spirits. He wore the crown for a decade before vanishing into the depths of the Plane of Shadow, his final fate unknown. The last known wielder, or at the very least owner, was Merkel.
Oh.
Huh.
And Daggrim should try to talk to Merc.
So we've got one outlier. This did not ever belong to the Sovereign. It belonged to Merkel.
You see the crown in a forgotten crypt, and for centuries you would see that it remained locked away in this crypt, so to say.
Does the crypt
How it
look
ended
like
up
the crypt
here
we were in?
remains to be seen. What's that?
Does Dan recognize the crypt as the crypt that we were in?
The crypt that you guys were in? No, it's not this crypt.
Oh,
I would say
different crypt. Okay.
not enough rats in this one.
Okay. Okay. A gift from Merkel I will gladly take.
Is it my turn?
I think that's the
Triple
last
A.
one.
Hand it over.
All right.
Yay.
So, spell takes hold, and the air grows heavy, thick with the scent of old blood and parchment left too long in the dark. Kind of a musky, wet smell invades your nose. Faint whispers begin to creep at the edges of your ears and also your mind. Pleas, curses, oaths of vengeance left unfulfilled. The vision seems to sharpen, a dimly lit chamber, a dagger pressed to a trembling hand, and a name inked onto flesh before being swallowed by the pages of a wretched tome. This is no ordinary book. It is a contract. A ledger of grudges written in the flesh and inked in desperation. Its origins trace back to the Weeping Tribunal, an ancient court of condemned souls that once existed in the Shadowfell. The tome was said to be created by a nameless sorcerer who sought justice beyond the reach of mortal laws, binding the names of his betrayers to its pages and ensuring that not a single one died peacefully, their souls forever trapped within the very book. First recorded wielder was Salus Dorn, a destitute noble who clawed his way back from ruin by weaving curses into the very blood of his kin. One by one, his family met their ends in ways both cruel and inevitable. When the last one of his family fell, Salus himself disappeared, his fate unknown, but the book remained, possibly containing his very soul within this book.
That's not concerning at all.
Yeah.
Who was the previous owner?
The last known keeper of the tome was the Sovereign.
Ah! There he is again.
So the Merkel's the only odd
He studied the book but never dared to write a name within its pages, sealing it away amongst his vast collection of artifacts.
Is it a death note?
That's what it sounds like.
In a weird way, it kind of is, yeah. When I was writing it, this sounds like Death Note.
The Sovereign's a fucking nerd.
The Sovereign's a big weeb. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I'm not sure what to make of this. I think we're at the limits of what Legend Lore can do, though, so it might be time to start contacting other planar beings.
Not me. Let's take a look.
What are you looking at?
The text for commune.
It's 3 yes or no questions, I think.
3 or 5?
I think contact other plane is 5.
You contact deity or divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions that can be answered yes or no. You must ask questions before the spells. You receive a correct answer for each question. Divine beings aren't necessarily omniscient, so you might receive unclear as an answer if a question pertains to information that lies beyond the deity's knowledge. In a case where a one-word answer could be misleading or contrary to the deity's interest, the DM might offer a short phrase as an answer instead.
Well, I feel like something about the weapon that got taken from him would be under his knowledge.
Yes. So yeah, I'll go ahead and commune. Why not?
Gonna commune to Merkel.
Yes.
All right.
We'll get AT&T on the line.
First question, why aren't you returning my calls?
I'm
Not a
busy,
yes
all
or no
right.
question.
Do you hate me?
A little, but I hate everybody.
I hate you less than most.
What an honor.
All right. So what are your questions for?
I would think the first question I would have for him is, did you intend for me to gain access to this magical item?
Crown.
And I would say Dagrim. Everybody would be able to see this. As the spell takes hold, I believe you have your skull that has incense filled in it. It fills up with shadow.
And also, I'm using unholy water because holy water does not. I can't use holy water.
Well, it's a good thing the component is holy or unholy.
Yeah.
So it works out well. As foul water drips off the skull, it lights up, and I would say this seems to be different after the first question is asked. The skull starts to turn darker and darker until it is pitch black, and instead of the purple eyes glowing out of it, you are met with Merkel's green fiery eyes as he stares into your very soul.
Ooh.
How did you get that?
It was in the cave of the green
I
dragon
know where it
serpent.
was.
We slayed the cult.
It was not there previously.
Well, that's where we found it, right
That
there.
is where we found it.
You see you see and hear the sounds of bone cracking amongst your skull as the eye sockets almost seem to narrow as they look at you, trying to judge any little sense of deceit or trickery in you.
Is he side-eyeing you right now?
You know, Merkel, I have never lied to you.
He looks into you for a bit more. You have the item now. Take good care of it.
How many questions are we on?
We're that was number 1.
What are your other questions?
I look at the party.
Okay, well, he didn't mean for you to have that, so that means Markle didn't give it to you.
Should we ask Merkel if the Sovereign meant to have his items put in the thingy?
Put in
He's
what
like-
thingy?
Has the Sovereign been to Merkel's plane recently?
We could ask
Yeah.
whether Merkel believes that this item was stolen from him recently.
Was this item stolen from you recently?
If you hadn't told me I was still aware that it was in the crypt.
Okay.
Concerning.
So I definitely think the Sovereign doesn't know that we have his items.
I think that's a fair assumption at this point.
Do you think we could ask Merkel if he could figure out how they got into our possession?
It's a yes or no, technically. He's been a little chatty with this commune, but
He is being generous. He might tell us. Shit.
We could ask him if he could figure that out. Then we get a yes or no.
That's what I was. Isn't that what I phrased it? I said, could we ask him if he knew how they? Never mind.
I was just joking, because then it wouldn't be helpful. If he just said yes or no.
mm,
Never
He gets
mind.
back to us like, I'll tell you later.
Fair enough.
Thanks, Merkel.
What's your question?
Question.
trying to figure that out. Have you something like if you've had contact with a sovereign or something?
Has the Sovereigns ever visited your plane?
Has the sovereign ever visited the City of Bones?
No.
Thank you for your time.
And as soon as you say that, the skull just drops onto the floor. And you can see cracks in the bone from where he made his eye socket squint.
Oh, he's having a bad day.
I think finding out you've been robbed is probably not going to put you in a great mood, especially if you're a god. That's concerning.
Well, either Merkel got robbed alongside the Sovereign, or the Sovereign robbed Merkel.
We could try contact other plane. Mentally contact a demigod, spirit of a long dead sage, or some other mysterious entity from another plane. And ask 5 questions that can be answered yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, or unclear.
What person, entity would you want to talk to?
We could try and get a hold of that beholder we talked to. He seemed to know a lot of shit.
Oh yeah.
And he's technically on another plane right
I
now.
don't remember his name.
Oh, beholder.
It's probably written somewhere.
You get like 8 million responses.
Who the fuck is this?
Most of them are that, yeah.
Stop calling me.
Sluact? Sluact
That sounds
and
right.
Cask were the two. So, okay, we talked to the one named Sluact. There was a guy named Cask who wanted to wake up the beholder god Gulshir.
Yeah, let's get Sluact on the horn.
All right, I'll attempt a contact other planes then. And this works like commune, except I have to make a DC 15 intelligence save, and if I fail, I take psychic damage and go crazy for a day.
That'll be fun.
Here we go.
He starts casting the spell and like, oh, by the way, I might go crazy.
And I might actually do that. That is a 12.
Oh boy. Yeah. Do you want me to roll the damage?
Go for it.
All right.
Well, this will be interesting to find out tomorrow. Wait,
You
you
see
still get the
Dan-
questions?
Go ahead.
Do you still get the
Uh,
questions, Dan?
I don't get questions today. No,
Oh.
I can't take actions. I can't understand what other creatures are saying to me. I can't read, and I can only speak in gibberish until I take a long rest or someone casts Greater Restoration on me.
So you see Dan finish casting the spell, and you see his eyes bulge out and his nose start leaking blood or oil, maybe. as he starts speaking in tongues, so much so that this necklace that you guys just wielded, it's having trouble keeping up because you're just hearing words, but they don't actually equal out to anything, like any sentences. You're going to take 31 psychic damage.
Woo!
I got 4 6s.
That's bad.
I don't think it worked. Come along, Dan. I'm gonna put this rope around you.
Maybe we should just put him to bed.
Alright.
Dan, are you sleepy? She's gonna go like this.
Oh, he's scared.
Okay.
She's just gonna be treating him like Bean, and coaxing him to go to bed.
Well,
Daniel will curl up in the fetal position on his bed to hug his knees.
That was fair. Hey, the boss around? You hear a knock at your door.
he's indisposed.
Oh, he's taking the shit. Got it.
That's it. Robo shit.
Oh, we found a boat.
We can talk about the boat tomorrow.
All right. Gonna be on the shed that long?
Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't shit for 90 days and then he takes 1 day to get it all out.
That sounds like a pain in the ass.
And he says he prefers it this way. He says it's more efficient.
I mean, he's the boss. He's the boss.
He knows
All
what he's
right,
doing.
we'll check back tomorrow. Odin wants to know if he can stay in case boss needs anything.
He can stay, but not close to him.
Not that you'd want to.
Yeah.
That's fair. I imagine the smell's not that great.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'd say Odrin would probably come into the room, sit down while Torek heads out. So what's the rest of the group's plans for the rest of the day?
He's gonna have Bean just chill with Dan as a
Right.
little comfort support animal.
I'm going to entertain Dan with my changing color flames.
Ooh.
That might scare him.
Colorful fire.
Yeah. Just say that might scare him.
I think
I'm
we're
gonna-
just chilling. The rest of us.
Once I get rainbow flames, I'm going to see if I can make it change shape.
Ooh. I'd say give me another, like, are you looking to make it like a cone or a line, or just for party tricks?
Just for party tricks.
Okay. Let's see. I'd say give me another Arcana and Nature check.
Okay, so nature was only a 12 this time. Arcana was an 18.
Okay. So I'd say this one is throwing you for a bit more of a loop, trying to bend fire itself, or not fire, just trying to bend your breath weapon itself into different shapes and sizes. Probably a bit trickier. By the end of it, I'd say you're able to get like a 90-degree turn. Like you can shoot it and then it just veers straight up or straight down. So you're getting some good progress, at least for today. Meanwhile, Dan babbles in the background. But otherwise, I'd say unless anybody has any other plans, we will fast forward to the next day.
Does Bean help Dan at all?
I'd say Bean is doing the equivalent of purring in his lap.
Yeah, probably.
Meow meow.
Is that what he said? Voice. Crazy.
That's the first thing he said that I could understand.
He truly is crazy. That's all I can say.
Oh, meow.
Alright,
So,
next day. Next
Next
day.
day, Dan, you get a good night's sleep with the meow meow on you. And you wake up feeling much more sane.
Oh, Christ. Oh my God, my head.
Hey, that sounded a lot less crazy than yesterday.
I don't remember a fucking thing. What happened? I feel like I just pounded like the entire liquor cabinet.
You said you were gonna cast a sweet spell, and then you started babbling.
Shit, it didn't work. Okay. That's not great. All right, I can try again. Fine, it's not a big deal.
Wait, here, just take beans beforehand. This is the only thing that comforted you.
Sure, yeah.
Also, maybe keep Dagrim close by in case we need to restore you.
Yeah, let me get an intellect fortress up for the day too, just so I had advantage on the save.
You also have the puzzler wit ring.
That's for checks.
Oh.
That's not for saves. All right, trying again. He is fucking whiffing these. Okay, that is a 15 though.
Okay.
That
Beats
means
it.
it beats it. Yep.
Yeah.
Dan's like, oh my God, Dagger, this fucking hurts. How do you do this?
Okay.
So, yeah, he'll try and get a hold of Sluact and get some answers out of him.
And what are your questions 5, I believe?
Yeah. Okay. Sluact. Has the Sovereign been to Faerun recently?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
Well, that did answer the question.
Has the Sovereign been robbed recently?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, he sounded less sure about that one.
I wish it was just the same audio clip. Not to my knowledge.
Not to my knowledge.
So this is the answering machine. What the fuck?
How many times does it get commune with other planes?
Yeah, he set this up when people start communing him.
I think I got a
Exactly.
chatbot. What?
Say representative.
I'm sorry, I need some more information before I can connect you with the representative.
Press 1 if you'd like to talk with Sluact.
Your call is very important to us.
Alright, so you got 2 questions down.
Okay. Does the Demon Council operate off of Fortuna?
Are you asking like are you asking like as in do they focus in other planes or are they pretty much strictly in Fortuna?
Yeah.
No.
Not to
Okay.
his knowledge.
No, he was pretty confident about that one. He said no.
Team Council does not.
So they're pretty local, planar wise.
Is there any entities that he knows of that would be able to rob a god blind that are aware of Fortuna?
Yeah. I mean, do you know any beings that could both rob a god and that are aware of Fortuna?
Alright, I should have. I should have known.
I couldn't resist that one.
Yes or no questions. We could sending him after this.
I was gonna say, will you cast sending and tell us the name of that person and or persons?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Not to my knowledge. Outlook not so good.
All right. So as the spell ends, after a few moments, you do eventually get a ping in your head. The person who could do that, the only person to my knowledge, would be Nyx Shadowbane, the Celestial Phantom.
That's a fucking name.
That is a fucking name. Shit, okay. Appreciate it, Sluact. You're a real one.
Should be legend lore, Nyx Shadowbane, the something.
Yeah, we
whatever.
probably fucking should.
Nah,
All
do
right.
it. Do it.
Alright, I do it.
Do you have enough spell slots?
I have. This is my last one for the day. Well, actually, no. It's a new day,
It's
so
a
I would
new
have
day.
new ones.
We're eating breakfast.
All right,
You just woke up.
more legend lore.
Well, Dan
I
just
just
woke
post
up.
how to pronounce it in characters.
Nyx Shadowbane, the Celestial Phantom.
All right. So legend loring Nyx Shadowbane.
Yes.
Okay. As you cast the spell, you are given fleeting images, no sense, no sensations. It seems utterly quiet, eerily quiet. And as you look around, you don't really see much of anything. It's almost as if you've been stricken blind. You do, however, have images come into your head of a tall, intimidating-looking woman, clad in several goddamn cloaks. Excuse me, could not get that out. Clad in several cloaks, leathers, and seems to almost slip in and out of your vision, just trying to even look at this person. They can't really form any shape, any definitive shape or sight or sound as you try and make out this person. But you do get some info from legend lore. You would know that they are a legendary thief, whispered about in myth and feared in reality. A name that even the gods curse in frustration. Said to move through the veil of reality itself, they can pass through divine vaults easily as a mortal might step through an open door. Several of their notable heists that you would get: a star from the sky, now worn as a jewel in her headdress. The laughter of a god, who now cannot laugh. And she even once stole the concept of hunger from a god of famine.
This woman is my hero.
This legend lore was written by her PR department. Well, should we contact her?
Contact other plane
I was gonna say sending.
Yeah, I think sending would be the play.
and sending go across planes.
There's a chance it doesn't, but I don't know that.
It might fail, but odds are good it'll get across. I will message
Wouldn't-
Nyx Shadowbane.
Wouldn't someone as stealthy and, trying to be as undercover as possible not respond to a sending spell from a random person?
I mean, it wouldn't be a random person, it'd be the person she ostensibly left all this loot for, so.
True, that's possible.
I'm gonna do it. I'll just cast a message to Nick's Shadowbane, and I will say, "Hey, if I've got you to thank for this scroll case and silencer and all this other stuff, thank you. One, but can I ask why?"
So, Dan, as you reach out with this sending magic, you feel as if everything around you slows, as if the time around you, the time ticking forward, is being stolen from you as words reach out into your mind. A job's a job. They pay well enough.
Right, but follow-up question: who hired you?
Yeah.
Ellie, this is a sending spell, right?
That would be another sending spell.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Although
Seems
she's
to me
probably
like
not going to
this.
tell us.
she's probably not.
Just a hunch.
Probably doesn't want to reveal that.
I'll still ask. Can I ask you who I should direct my thanks towards instead? Then our benefactor in this passing of the torch.
If you had something worth stealing from you, I'd take it. That's all you'd have. That's the only way you'd get that info out of my lips.
Yeah, she's not telling us.
I feel like now we have things worth stealing.
Well, the things that she just stole, yeah, probably.
Yeah. What if we say please?
Oh, well, that changes everything.
A little kindness will go a long way. Alright, well, trail ends there.
Well,
Nick stole them from someone at the behest of someone.
Well, she stole them from the Sovereign and
He
Merkel.
stole from the
at the behest
Sovereign
of
and
some-
Merkel at the behest of someone we don't know for reasons we don't know.
but probably someone that has a bone to pick with the Sovereign and Merc.
As weird as it sounds, the someone has faith in us theory is looking more plausible.
Well, if they have the ability to hire people like Nick Shadowbane, why deal with us?
Well, I got a couple thoughts. There were a few names that showed up over the course of this legend lore.
Uh-huh.
I'm not confident we want to talk to most of them. However, there was one that jumped out at me. A Fortuna resident who, from the sound of it, was down with some revolutionary impulses, right? The little fucking guy who made the silencer.
What's so special about him?
I mean, he's on Fortuna, and it doesn't sound like he died or
Well,
disappeared mysteriously.
That's where we're not.
Right, but he made the silencer, and he didn't disappear. Everybody else in those legend lores vanished mysteriously, except for Shaman and the Sovereign. And I don't think we want to talk to either of them. But this Torbeck guy might be willing to talk.
About what?
I don't know. The silencer, Maybe he's got some connection to this whole situation.
Maybe shoot him a sending spell. You have his first and last name, right?
Yeah.
Creator of the silencer. I'm sure the silencer itself would be a good way to get, as in like a good way to ground him to communicate.
I'm just spitballing here. I don't know. I mean, does that seem out of order to try?
I'm
and
just not
message this
sure
guy?
what he would know that we need to know. He made
Well,
one
he's a-
magical item a
He's
long
a
time
crafter of a
ago.
powerful magical item. That seems like that would be a good ally to have.
I mean, I don't disagree with that notion. But it doesn't feel tremendously relevant to the current questions. That's all.
It's the only other lead I can see to try and get a definitive answer as far as what's going on here. He might be able to fill in some blanks. That's all I'm thinking. Because right now we just know that Nick stole this shit. We don't know who she did it for or why.
I know it sounds dumb, and I keep harping on this, but the Sovereign would probably have a hunch of who wanted to steal things from him, and who could hire someone like that.
Yeah, but then he'd probably want his stuff back.
Maybe he'd let us use it for that information.
That
Yeah.
sounds hopeful. It's like overly hopeful.
Based on the descriptions of why Sovereign put all these magical items away, I highly doubt he would.
That's
And-
kind of where my head's at.
One.
Let's pray he doesn't find my magical scythe. I feel like he would want to take it away.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him to be looking for this shit too. We should probably tuck this in a box, actually.
I think if we're not going to contact the Sovereign, then the trail is dead.
Hmm.
Yeah, honestly, that's where I'm at with it.
That's fine.
Well, Dan,
I don't know. I feel like this Torbeck guy maybe could tell us something, but if it's not super pressing right this second, I could probably wait till we get back to Fortuna.
is Fortuna the next stop back?
Good question. We did get a list from associates of places to visit. I still think Avon could potentially prove fruitful. I'm not sure how exactly, but Rajarn's from there. He conquered it for a reason. There's got to be something valuable lying around.
I'm sure there's plenty of valuable things to be had.
I definitely
I'm sure
don't
there's-
think
I assume there's mighty mooks on that plane as well.
Mooks would be good. I don't think Overos is, or not Overos, Utlendrop is the one that fucking Chuckles was from. And I definitely don't think we go there.
That one scares me.
Yeah, I'm not about that. I wanted to ask you, Rez, actually. Overos, we had that name.
Yeah.
And apparently that's where Rajarn was from, but I don't think we know much more than that about it.
I mean, truthfully, I don't either.
Could you ask him?
Yeah.
I mean, I can try.
We contacted our people. It might be
I'm
time for
not
you to
saying I
contact
won't.
him.
I'm just saying I'm not gonna make any promises that he's gonna tell us anything.
Mm.
Well, Rez is gonna go in the bathroom and meditate.
Meditate, air quotes.
You hear some gas coming out of there.
I mean,
I'm
a
a
breath
girl,
weapon
I
is
don't
big,
fart.
yes.
We
It comes out the
established this
mouth.
earlier.
But does the dragon side fart?
Constantly.
That's all he does.
He's so gassy.
It's a weird side effect of being part of a human body. Dragons generate a lot of gas.
Actually, I don't think Rez has a dragon anus.
Adranus.
That's a word for it.
That's upsetting.
I'm gonna contact Rajan.
Okay.
So you are asking about just what is Urvaros, basically.
Yeah. He mentioned it before. It seemed like he was, I don't know if I would say eager to go, but it came up at least. Like to know what he's willing to share about it. Whether we should go.
I would say you hear a low, deep growl in your head. It sounds a bit more bitter and loathsome of you as it approaches you. First you get that bastard of mine's gauntlets. Now you ask me questions of my home plane.
Not like I stole the gauntlets. We found him.
Be glad that you haven't put them on yet.
You don't trust them, huh?
Let's just say it would tap more into me than you could handle.
That's yet to prove truthful. Every time you think that I've reached a limit, I somehow keep moving further.
Test it again and you might get burnt to cinders.
I feel like you wouldn't mind that.
I think about it every now and then.
Look, you're aware of what we're doing. Does Urvaros hold any keys to power that we should be aware of?
He would stay silent for a few moments, reluctant to give out any information at first. But seeing as you're still here, even after these several moments of his brooding, you would feel the sense of him looking into you again. Of course it has power. It's a plane ruled by dragons. Many such artifacts reside there. But going there, you would be but a fool to come back alive. More than likely, you would be enslaved for the rest of your pitiful life.
Well, we killed 2 dragons just a few days ago. We had to kill a few more to get some artifacts. I don't think our group would be against that.
They were but mere pups in the eyes of Urvaros. Have you ever fought an ancient before? No, of course you haven't. You're still alive.
The only dragon I've had an encounter with that was as powerful as an ancient was you, Rajarn. And yet you ended up under my control.
Careful with your tongue.
I will take your knowledge under advisement, share it with the group. See what they come up with. Rez will flush the toilet and leave the bathroom. And I will share with the group that Urvaros is incredibly dangerous, filled with ancient dragons, but the primary benefit would be that there is some crazy loot.
Ancient dragons seem a little bit above our pay grade.
A later task, perhaps?
Yeah, that might be not at this exact moment. Type of
Fair enough.
situation.
I'd rather be back on Fortuna than on a plane filled with dragons. I think I've had enough dragons for 1 week.
A little break might be warranted from dragons.
And dungeons.
I died once, but it actually wasn't too bad.
No shit.
I got bet. You healed me, brother.
You died?
Oh, I guess I went unconscious, so I mean,
You didn't die.
I could have died. I wouldn't have known the difference.
You wouldn't have died.
We had your back. Don't worry.
Well, you might have died, but I would have brought you back.
Sounds like it's either Avum or Fortuna.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
I got the sense that we were going to hold off on going back to Fortuna, given that the moment we do, the Demon Council's probably going to be waiting for us. Was that incorrect?
That's probably accurate.
Just because we have outstanding deals that we have yet to make good on.
Out of curiosity, might it be a good idea when we go back to Fortuna to hide out in the wilds?
I feel like it would be easier to find in the wilds.
Would we?
There's nothing out there.
Yes, but it's also not where they'd want to. It's not where they would be looking.
I mean,
There's nothing out there.
You just have to scry on us, and you're gonna see fucking trees. And be like, all right, well, they're not in the city, so
No, we got amulets against proof of detection.
that's not a guarantee with them. I think we've seen that.
Yeah, I guess these amulets don't really have much of a use.
They've been able to track us down despite having the amulets. I suppose there's probably not much harm in laying low around here for a little while.
You're welcome at the castle.
What, just to get more recruits? That's the plan?
Yeah, we need to get some bodies. We need to get a way to get them off plane, get it back to Fortuna.
Oh right, Dan. The 2 new members came back with knowledge of a boat.
Oh, good. All right, I'll follow up on that then. But yeah, no, I think if we want to delay going back to Fortuna, then let's just hold up and see if we can't get ourselves situated for a triumphant return. Is that too over the top?
It's optimistic.
All right. Well, look, a strong showing on our return to Fortuna.
Fair.
I will say Phandalin probably isn't the best place to recruit anybody, so while we're in the City of Coin, it might be worthwhile
Yeah,
recruiting from here.
I think Ethkatla might be the place to do it. But if you need to go back to Phandalin,
Not at the moment. I will need to eventually.
all right. Well, in the meantime, then I think if we don't have any other ideas, I think we hole up in Athkatla for a little while and commence with some downtime.
And I would say if you do go to your party members or your new members, Torque be like, "Oh, hey, boss, finished taking a shit?"
Yeah. I guess that's what I was doing. I'm good. What's up?
Good to hear. Boy, I feel sorry for that toilet. Anyways, we got a boat. Well, at least I don't have a boat. I don't have the funds yet, but we got someone lined up to buy a boat.
Okay.
I was able to talk them down to 35K here instead of the 40K they were asking for.
35. Sheesh. What kind of condition is it in if they're asking for 35?
She's actually in pretty good condition.
Okay.
She's got a slight dent in the back, but otherwise she's pretty good.
Is she metal?
Well, that part's metal.
Alright.
Most of it's wood. I think they just slapped that on because I think Cannon Fire got into that part.
Okay. Well, how many people can we get on that ship, you think? A few hundred?
I think so.
Okay. Well, then I think get back to him, tell him we're interested. I'll run that by the party and confirm that we're good.
Seems like a good idea.
Exactly, Bruno. Love that one.
I mean, if we're getting another boat, that's perfectly fine. Does that mean you need to craft another helm?
We will
Or can we
need to
just
do that.
Tie it.
I mean, we could try towing it. I'm not confident
that
that
would
a rope or chain will hold up to that kind of travel, but we could try.
It seems like some wild torque.
Yeah, I think we need to put another helm on it. We have gems though, right?
We have
Yeah,
$4,000 with gems.
All right, we just need 1,000 more, then we could turn that into a rod.
I mean, I have 10 diamonds.
I mean, do you want to burn the diamonds on that?
Not particularly, but
All right. Also, well, shop around town. We'll find some gems. We'll make a rod out of it. And we'll make another spelljamming helm.
Dan, why not steal the gems?
Because we're gonna be here for a hot minute.
That didn't stop you when we were in Fortuna.
All right, fine. Well, somebody plan a heist. We'll go fucking rob somebody of gems. Case the joint, get back to us, and we'll rush it on the way out.
I just remember you were very gung-ho about stealing our gems when we had money.
We were
Now we
leaving
have
town.
We're sticking around for a bit.
All right, fine.
So I
Right.
guess, yes, there was different circumstances, but yes.
So you're gonna find a place that has gems and case it.
I think that's the idea then.
Yes.
Buying would be faster, but this is cheaper.
Sounds fun.
We shouldn't have very much trouble stealing.
I mean, yeah. So as far as in Athkatla, there are quite a few places that do deal in gems. Mostly just like jewelry as far as that goes. I'd say going around, you'd find the biggest one looks about 2 stories tall as far as that goes. Seems to be they're kind of similar to Fortuna, where they have their housing on top and their business down below.
Mm-hmm.
few guards in there in the front when you walk in, and a few people milling about, talking with some as they look through various jewelry goods and things like that. There's quite a lot of jewelry on display.
Does it look as though there's any security?
There's some guards in the front, some guards in the back, guards in the middle. About it that you can see immediately.
6 guards.
Is it 2 each, or is it like 20 people in the building?
I would say there's lots of patrons just kind of walking around, like people just milling about, customers. But otherwise, it looks like there's about 6 guards. You do know that there's a back to it, and then there's the employees themselves.
Not too difficult.
Dan, I could just make Gary invisible, and he could go in and swipe, as far as I understand it.
And we could probably do it at night.
Yeah.
Just
I
pop in,
doubt
pop
we'll
out.
get the full party,
Nah.
especially if it's only 1,000 gold worth of gems. Though, perhaps it's harder to find 1,000 gold worth of gems on a plane like this.
I mean, just take whatever they got, empty the place out.
All right. So that's the plan. Wait till nightfall, and then Steely.
And then we
Yeah.
do it.
All right.
Yes.
So
And we did it.
nightfall
it.
comes.
Damn it.
How it works in
Gary,
D&D.
you would be able to get up to this place. Are you looking to sneak in with invisibility by the sounds of it?
I mean, I think that makes the most sense. It would have to be a minute. I can only do it for a minute, but
Okay.
because Dogrim greater invisibility only lasts for a minute, I think.
Correct.
But I mean, Gary's absurdly stealthy.
It is true. Okay. So if you're going in, give me a stealth check.
So first off, I have Boots of Elven Kind.
Okay.
And then I'm also teleporting inside, so I'm not using any doors.
Okay.
Because I assume it's dim in there.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Let's see. So I got a 27 for stealth.
Very nice. So you're able to walk down the street, dip into an alleyway, like the shadow that you are, as you manage to get towards the jewelry store. You're able to look in through one of the dimly lit windows, teleport in without anybody noticing.
And then I look for the gems.
Okay. You would see a lot of the items, at least some of them that were more expensive that you were looking at, have been taken off of the display.
Well, shit. But I
I'll
have
message
an
him.
idea.
Gary, what's going on in there?
Can I message back?
You can reply to this message.
Gems aren't where they're supposed to be.
Is there a safe?
Let me look. Is there a safe?
So, in this area, around the part of the business, you do not see anything. Give me a perception, though.
24.
24? Okay. So, on that, you don't see anything at the cash registers. All the cash has been taken out, all the gold and things like that. But you do see the door to the back room seems to still be open. It doesn't look like it's locked. See it cracked open just a bit.
I look inside.
Okay. Looking inside, you see several different sized vaults. And you also see a guard sitting on top of one of them, just kind of looking around. He's got his arms crossed. He's got a lantern next to him, wearing some armor.
We did not case this joint, did we?
Nope.
Um,
He just looked and like, oh, this place looks good.
That's one guard.
Do you think I can one-shot him?
Maybe. You want help?
What does the room look like?
It is about 10 foot by 20 foot. It's fairly long. It's fairly wide, but not too far back. Mostly just vaults and then like some tables, like some jewelry work tables.
Is there anything on the tables?
Various pieces of jewelry tools and just like an occasional small gem or thing like that as they're making jewelry out of it.
Gary's gonna leave.
All right.
He's gonna teleport back. He's like, you should just buy him. Here's 1,000
Okay.
gold.
Okay. Damn it.
I ain't dealing with bolts. I don't have any lock-picking tools. Well, actually, I
Alright.
do. I do have these tools, but
Do what, Joe?
You needed somebody to lockpick? I can lockpick.
well, it's just it seems unnecessary. There's a lot more security than I thought there was gonna be. I figured it would just be a quick smash and grab sort of thing.
Okay, Rosie's got the silencer, right?
Oh yeah, Rosie, you can go in there.
Fix
I
it.
can unlock the door for you.
Okay, let's go in another night. once the silencer.
Let's come back. Oh,
Rosie
you have to
can-
attach the silencer?
Well, David said it doesn't fit my gun, so I have to like modify it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It wouldn't take long. I'd say it's like a day,
5
which
minutes?
you've had plenty of time
Oh.
after the legend lore for what it's worth.
So it could be fixed by this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, here I'll just Rosie and I'll teleport in there. We'll fucking kill the guard, open the locks, and it'll be fine.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So
Alright.
next day.
All right, Rosie and I will dimension door inside and pop the guard.
Okay. So, dimension door in. I'd say let's just keep it quick for initiative here. You guys would roll your initiative here.
Nat 20.
Nice.
All right, 27.
Okay.
19.
Rosie, 18,
19.
19. Okay. Then
I got a.
oh, it's just I think it's just Dan and Rosie right now, unless you wanted to come along.
Oh,
if you wanted the dimension door in too,
Yeah.
can I?
something stopping.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
Yeah.
I can only take one other person with me, so you would need to cast it yourself to get in.
I don't have dimension. Door. I can do it.
I thought you had that cloak.
Yeah.
Oh, the keep of Mount
remember,
Blanc.
remember, I don't have that equipped anymore.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, it doesn't require attunement.
Yeah, I don't think it requires attunement. You can just grab it and poof.
Sweet. I will use the cape to boot or bam pin myself.
All right. So, initiative. What was yours?
7.
7? All right.
Guard's gotta be dead before you get to your turn.
There's a good chance.
All right. So, the guard's like, "What the hell?" as he draws his sword ready to attack. But Dan, you got first on initiative.
Hold person.
Come on, Dan, you can be more excited about it. Come on.
Oh shit! You got a 22.
Silver barbs.
Fuck. Got a 16.
All right, he fails. All right, Rosie, he's all yours.
Barbs.
I will shoot him.
You have advantage, and if you hit him, it's a crit.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I have advantage because I rolled that one. So with sharpshooter, that would be 21. No. Yeah.
21?
Yeah.
Okay. And that was with advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's her nat 1.
Oh, shit.
That'd be crazy.
That does hit.
And he said it's a
Unsurprising.
crit.
It is a
this
crit.
does hit.
It's an auto crit because he's paralyzed.
Oh, right. No, he's not paralyzed. Oh, right, you silvery barbs.
Held person, yeah.
All right, yeah, it all came up. It came back to me.
See if this guard can withstand Rosie's crit might.
I don't think he can.
I give him a little beefier HP. We'll see. What's that?
50 damage.
And that one shots. That exact sees him.
Yeah, Gary can't put out that kind of damage in one turn.
All
Yeah.
right.
I mean, that was a crit.
Rack and locks.
All right. So, lock picking. Which one of you uses lock picking?
Rosie.
All right.
I'll do a detect magic just to make sure there's nothing in the room that's going to be like.
And how does these tools work?
It's proficiency plus dex.
Yep.
If you're proficient with them.
And then, as you are casting detect magic, Dan, you would see one of the vaults has a glyph on it.
I will dispel that.
All right.
22.
All right. The first vault opens up effortlessly. You got various bags of jewels that are labeled like ruby, emerald, things like that. These are smaller jewels, but it's probably about like 500 gold worth in that one vault.
All right. How many vaults total?
There are 4 vaults. The one you dispelled is the last one in the group.
Well, let's just knock them all out. Might as well. Since we're here.
Okay. Another lock picking. 21. This one opens up as well. You get about the same amount of jewels. You get about 500 golds.
All right.
Well, that's enough.
Let's hit the other two. Just be thorough.
Lock picking, s'il vous plaît.
Nat 20.
Oh shit! This one's like butter.
A lot.
This one has a little bit more. It's got about 750 golds worth. See, some of these gems are getting bigger in size.
All right.
Kind of reserved for more like gaudy jewelry, like the really big gems. Then one last lockpick for the last one.
Unnatural 20.
This one, however, seems to have finally given you a match, as this one is being much more stubborn. It is not opening.
You got a silence in that ring?
No, I do not.
All right.
Dogger
Well-
outside. I sure hope they don't need silence.
Bang!
Fuck it. Dan's gonna message the others and be like, "Y'all should probably get out of here. We're gonna be teleporting out." I'll cast knock on the last one.
Okay.
We all skedaddle.
Just this very loud, chunk,
Chunk.
an audible sound, audible from 300 feet away is what it says it makes. So,
Yeah, you guys would hear a very loud metal chunk emanating from there.
All right. So now it's open.
And yeah, it swings open, and there's about 1,000 GP worth of gems.
Ah, the big hall.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Could have just opened that one.
We'll take that, and I will dimension door with Rosie in the direction of the hotel.
Okay.
Just an alleyway near that building.
Okay. I'd say give me a stealth check, because as you guys poof out, you guys would hear a lot of people milling about, like, the hell was that noise? And you hear guards kind of tromping along to go investigate.
Well, we would be 500 feet out, and the sound would only be audible 300 feet away.
Correct. Yeah.
So we're teleporting past, like well
Past the
past
sound.
where that sound would
Okay.
have been.
Okay.
Audible.
I can't tell. I couldn't teleport, so I would have had to use something else.
Well,
Oh
Doesn't
shit.
the Cape of Mount Blanc?
he used to get
only
inside.
for a
Yeah,
long,
it's
for a
one
long
time.
Misty step outside and skedaddle.
That's what you'd like to do. If you misty step, I would say I'll have you give me a stealth check then.
I don't think I have Misty Step for. Yes, it is. Okay, good. Okay, I Misty Step.
All right. Give me a stealth check as you poof outside.
Stealth check. +3. Sorry.
All right.
21.
21. Okay. You pop your hood up. Go ahead.
I said my bones be silent.
Yeah, you pop your hood up and you manage to quickly slink into an alley. Darkness taking you once again, as you were able to sneakily get out, despite your bones gleaming in the white of the moonlight. You are able to successfully get out of the way, just in time as guards start to prompt into the area investigating the sound. So everybody made it out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, then. We have our loot.
Yes.
I accomplished a lot.
I mean, it was a single guard.
I wasted 2 spells.
They'll be back in an hour.
True. But with that said, you guys would be able to get the gold. What else is your plan?
Well, I think we'll use Fabricate to make the crystal rod. We'll set up a purchase on that ship. And we'll turn it into another Spelljammer.
And then we
Right.
still need to find
Mooks.
mooks, yeah.
I think that's got to be just kind of an ongoing recruitment process while we're laying low.
Hmm. We have to name every one of them, though, right? They all have to be named characters.
Mook 1, Mook 2, Mook 3, Mook 4.
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting back from a response from Merkel about potentially people on this plane that could be allied.
Yes. So did you use Commune for that, or what did you use for that?
I just, you know,
Or you just asked out of the prayer?
just reached out a little bit.
Okay. I would say, given that you somehow got an item he didn't intend for you to have, you wouldn't get a response at first. But eventually he would reply to, "There are several who lurk in the crypts down below. The very
Anyone
city that you sit in."
Oh. Anyone specific?
Look for Barrett.
Barrett. Do I recognize that name?
You probably would have heard it just in one of the occasional, I guess, lists of worshippers as far as that goes. It's like he's not super high up in terms of, order. He's not like one of the esteemed in Merkel's realm, but he is a worshipper.
I've probably heard of him doing missions before or something.
Yeah.
Okay. And he said in the crypts below the town?
Yes.
Another dungeon. Or the sewers. One of the two.
It's always sewers.
So, do that with info with. Do with that info what you will.
Yes. I would share that info with Dan, our number one interviewer and recruiter.
Okay. So what's up with this Barrett? What do we want with him?
Oh, he could be another person we could hire on. He's a agent of Miracle.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll send to him
All right, you
On
can
a-
just do that.
on another day. Yeah. I'll
Man,
say,
that's a
hey,
handy spell.
hey, Barrett, I'm here with Dagger. Maybe you've heard of him. You looking for work? We could use you. Come to this tavern.
Did you use sending or message?
Sending.
Okay.
Message would not reach. I know.
Yeah. You wish me to ally with one of the Merkel's Deathbringers?
Technically, you already have one.
I'm intrigued, to say the least. I will meet you. That's about all you get.
Hey.
Well, there's my contribution.
Thanks.
Rosie will go into the middle of the street, be like, "Hey, does anybody want to join Dan's gang?"
Who wants to join a gang?
Anybody want
Dwarven Ale must still be hitting you hard, huh?
One of the guards just looks over at you like, "You what, mate?
What?
You fucking what, mate?"
Do what?
I can't understand you.
I don't understand you.
You fucking what, mate?
What? What do you mean, what?
This is such American tourist pisses off like fucking British thug vibes.
Have you been having a bit too much of the drink, eh?
No, I'm completely sober right now.
I'll ask you shit in these.
Right, is. Go on and get before I have to report you.
That's rude. You shouldn't say that to people.
And you shouldn't be propositioning working for a gang. That's
Well,
illegal, you know.
It's not on this plane, so
Yes,
technically.
it is.
Well, no, the gang's not on this plane. It's on a different plane.
You see him scritch his head for a bit. What?
So technically, I'm not doing anything illegal. 'Cause technically, there is no gang, or at least I'm not part of a gang here on this plane.
Hey, Ibs, get over here. He calls over another guard.
You start
Listen,
like a
this-
crazy person.
This lass is saying she wants to recruit for a gang, which is illegal here. Oh, right. But she's talking about bringing them off plane, so that'd be getting rid of the problems that we got here, but that still isn't it illegal? I don't know, mate. Maybe we should talk to Hyman about that. Aye, get over here! Just get in. The guards just don't seem to mind you anymore. They're talking on if it's legal or not.
You're really like, oh, I'm gonna go while they're distracted.
I would say, with that said, your call, at the very least, immediately goes unheard. Not many people really respond to that at first. But as night falls, you would get a... Go ahead.
On the street. She's just walking on the street. Hi, do you like doing crime?
You want to join my gang?
This is the first time I've been able to talk. So excited.
I used to do crime, but then the lake blew up and I was out of a job.
Oh, the lake blew up? Were you working for the cold?
The cult, I was working for the Silver Current Consortium.
Oh. Here, I have someone for you to talk to. What are you good at, good sir? And what's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan? I'm Rosie.
You're like you're trying to recruit for an MLM.
She does. Low
We
key,
have an
that's kind of how
exciting
this
new
is gonna
opportunity
work.
for you.
I've got an
You sell.
exciting new opportunity. You just have to talk to Dan. He's the mastermind. Here, go to this tavern and tell him Rosie sent ya. And she'll hand him a slip of paper with it and the address on it.
Dan shows up in a pink Mustang.
So I
This
hear you
could
want to
be
do
yours.
crime. You too could be as successful and hot and rich as I am. All you gotta do is sell fucking essential oils to all your closest friends and family.
Do you like to murder people? Well, boy,
Uh-huh.
Dan has a job for you.
I love killing. The mission should have had to stop, but I just love it so much.
Okay. I would say, over the course of the night, Dan, you would start to get a few people kind of funneling in.
Mm-hmm.
Are you done?
Who's asking?
Ryan?
Ryan who?
That's my name.
Just Ryan? Okay, good. Have a seat, Ryan.
Thank you.
What can I do for you?
This one lass was standing about offering to do crime or something like that, I think is what she yelled out.
Offering to do crime, yeah. Is that how you generally look for work? You just answer people yelling at you on the street?
I mean, that's how I got a job for the Silver Current Consortium.
All right.
That's
Listen.
my previous work experience.
Well, first things first, Ryan. If you're gonna work for me, you're never gonna do that again. All right. Next person who yells at you, ask you to do some work for him, you tell him to fuck off. Got it?
I think I can do that, sir, but what if you yell at me then?
I'm not gonna be yelling at you to work for me after you start working for me.
All right, I get it now.
All right. Good. All right. So listen, what are you good at, Ryan?
Good at transporting. Pick up
Okay.
a lot of stuff for the rivers.
Okay. Can you handle
I know
yourself in
where
a
things
fight?
to go. I've been in a scrap or two.
All right.
Usually come out on top.
Do you know how to keep a secret?
He thinks for a second as he looks up. I think so.
Tell me one.
He squints his eyes. Is this a test?
Okay, good job, Ryan. Good job. All right, here's the thing.
He rolled an 18. I was like, okay, you get it.
So here's the thing, Ryan. We're going to be leaving this town in a little while. We're going to be heading back to our home world, right? Kind of like this city, only way bigger, with a lot more money lying around. Now, money's just kind of up for grabs, all right? We just have to be willing to take hold of it. Now, if you're willing to get your hands dirty, you too could have a lot of money. How's that sound, Ryan? You like money?
His eyes are kind of widening while he's stroking his chin. He's like, money's good. I like that stuff.
Okay, yeah, good. All right. So here's what I want you to do, Ryan. I want you to go out. I want you to find 10 friends. I want you to bring them back here. All right?
Oh no.
Find 10 friends and pass it along.
Exactly. Find 10 friends. Pass it along. Let them know you got a good job opportunity lined up. You need hardworking, tough as nails motherfuckers who can keep secrets and are willing to stand by their leader.
Dan, didn't all his friends die in the explosion?
Not all of them. A lot of them.
Just the majority.
I feel like Rosie would go to Rez and be like, "Hey, Rez, do you want to come with me? So, like, you're like the scary person, so someone doesn't try to jump me."
Yeah, I can be your intimidating bodyguard or whatever the fuck you need.
This is Rosie, who literally blew the head off of a guard just moments ago.
But I don't feel like Rosie looks very intimidating.
She's
Rosie's
not until
still-
she's the hole in you.
Yeah, she's
It probably
intimidating.
still looks very out of place.
Yeah. Rosie's gonna look for some really scary people.
Be like, Rez, help me find some scary looking dudes.
Think I can
Need,
handle
like-
that?
Intimidation factor. Like, people that look like you. I mean, that's a compliment, because you're scary. In
I
a
look
good
like
way.
A scary looking dude.
Not like a dude. No. You're just scary. And if we had more people that are scary, then people would be even more scared of us.
Rosie just keeps digging a hole.
No, you're not saying you're a dude. I just
I'm looking.
She'll keep rambling.
Should I roll a dice?
Yeah, I'd say give me like a...
Natural 20.
Alright, well, not gonna matter too much then. For what I tell you to roll. I'd say, yeah, you... Having looked around, you already kind of spotted out some seedy bars while you were there, so that's kind of your go-to place. So, looking around, there's definitely a lot of seedy, rough-looking, tough kind of people amidst these places here.
There's a bar over there called the Snuggly Duckling.
Oh, that sounds so cute. Let's go. Wait. Okay. Yeah, let's go.
I think it's supposed to be ironic.
You walk
No.
inside and it's like the salty spittoon from SpongeBob. It's just
No, there's no way it's ironic. She walks in and she's like, "Oh, this isn't snuggly at all."
And there's only geese.
I feel like Rosie would walk in there and be like,
Who would like to become part of a business opportunity out of place doing crime?
We're looking for mean, ugly people.
No, you're not ugly, Rez.
you just called me ugly.
No, Rez, stop talking. No, you
One
are.
of the bigger guys stands up and walks over to you. What'd you just fucking call me?
No, you're super handsome, sir.
That's not what I heard you say 3 seconds ago.
Didn't say that. That was Rez. But don't. She's scary. You're also scary. So can we? This is perfect. Hi, I'm Rosie.
That's not a very nice attitude to start with people calling them that.
No, we're just looking for scary people to
Shows a
join our.
bad show of faith about what you think about someone's character.
Well, what do you think of me, sir?
Someone who doesn't know how to talk to people.
Do I
Rose
seem
gonna get
intimidating?
humbled.
Do I seem intimidating?
Give me an intimidation.
She's not even
Rawr.
really intimidating. She's a -1, a
I
3.
feel like Bean has a better intimidation than Rosie.
Do I look intimidating?
Do I look intimidating? Wait, can I see what Bean rolls?
Do I look cool with my beer?
Oh my god, Bean got a nat 20 on intimidation.
What's
Your
Bean's
cat's more
plus?
scary than you, which says the thing.
Well, that's my cat. I built.
Yeah, so
him.
what's that say about you?
It says looks are deceiving. That's what that means.
It's true.
What you're saying is this one, as he points to you, Rez, is nothing but a fluffy duckling, then, huh?
I'm
No,
gonna punch him.
And Rosie will pull out her gun and point it at him, and it'll be like,
Stop it! If you hit her, I will kill you. Probably.
She
in
hit
one shot.
me! Give me a roll for damage dice, Rez.
There.
He wasn't expecting it. You're gonna get the hit. He's also not wearing armor, so.
I didn't roll great on the damage dice, but I'll make it a stunning strike.
All right.
I feel like no one even really knows what a gun is, so I don't know how intimidating it is on this world.
Right.
well, they don't know it's intimidating until she blows somebody's head
Just
off.
12 damage for that one.
All damage. Okay.
He's gonna make a
I'd say-
DC 18 stat for be stunned.
So you got it. Got it too. Plus his bonus is nowhere near close.
Rez punches him in the face, does a spin around him, and then stabs him in the back with her claw, and then pushes him over.
And you just clock him good, and there's his blood leaking out of his nose as one of the other guys, his buddy, stands up while another guy is like, "Hey, wait."
I feel like
Don't
Rosie
do
will
it.
point her gun at him and be like,
Don't. Trust me.
Don't
One way
trust
to
me.
make friends, eh?
Only
I
way
am
I
not-
know how.
I'm not good at this stuff. I'm not the social person.
I just haven't been able to actually talk to anybody.
That's why you
in a
brought
while.
me, right?
Honestly, why didn't AAA come? He's got like a 20 charisma.
This is just another Rez and Rosie adventure.
It keeps happening.
We needed some R&R.
Yep. Last time they got drunk and ended up in a horse stable. We'll see where this night takes them.
Anyways, would anybody like to do crime?
As Rosie has her foot on the guy's knocked out head.
Once that guy comes back to unstun consciousness, Rez will help him up. Or just pull him up, whether he asked for it or not.
She'll put her gun away.
Anyway,
I would
sorry.
say, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I would say, yeah, he eventually rouses as you heft him up. So, what is it you're asking for to do crime?
A gesture to Rosie.
Yes, we're looking for people that want to get off plane and join not a gang.
As she looks around the room for guards.
You have to tell me if you're a cop.
You have to tell me if you're a cop.
I used to be a cop. Does that count?
No, not really. So you can't
All
ask me. So.
I mean, I could, but I'd have no legal authority.
Well, I'd like to see you try. Anyways, Anyways, what are you good at? What's your skill set?
Punching people.
Punching people? Okay, that's what Rez is good at.
We already got that covered.
Well, it doesn't mean we can't have more good punchers.
That's true.
You could always use more fists, right?
Yeah.
I suppose.
4 fist is better than 2 fist.
Let's see what you got. Punch me.
Let me roll for him here. So he kind of stands up, just kind of wipes the blood off of his nose with his thumb, and he just kind of looks at you first, Rosie. Is like, sure about this.
I will not shoot you. Rez told you to punch her, so.
All right.
Stunning strike.
Just does the same thing to me.
He is also a monk.
Let's see. So I'd say he's probably just gonna auto hit then. So
That's fine.
let's see. Add the bonus. Okay. He got a total of 14 damage.
14 damage?
Yeah.
Alright.
He just kind of winds up and does just a strong right hook.
Rose wipes the blood from her nose. Not bad.
Should we give him the location to go to?
Yeah, you know anyone as strong as you are? You
I
can.
gotta say, you got a good jaw.
Thanks. I guess.
He's just kind of shaking his hand a little bit.
Rez,
Did he
I think
punch?
he's flirting with you.
Did he punch the
That
dragon
makes me
side or
wanna
the human
punch him
side?
again.
You guys just get into a punch off.
Yeah, we can tell these guys where to go. Sure.
Okay.
All right. Well, Dan will be doing interviews. It sounds like for
Yeah.
Dan's not enjoying this process.
most of the day. It's not the worst. It means we're getting bodies.
He's mostly just making sure that they can have a basic level of understanding and underhanded tactics.
Can you do your fucking job? Can you do the
Yeah.
fucking job I ask you to fucking do? You fucking fuck.
It's quite the interview question.
Yeah. I guess if we're doing this for a period of time, I guess Dan would probably ask if Rez and Rosie could try and recruit some adventuring types who look particularly capable, like some Odrin level people, to make sure we've got some captain material in the squad.
Yeah, we're the two most charismatic people in the party. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, go kick their asses until someone fucking strong as shit shows up.
I will help Rez find these leadership adventuring types.
What about that one? No?
It looks a little frumpy.
Okay, what about that one?
Hmm.
His armor's shiny.
Did you just call me frumpy?
Oh boy.
Go away, Frumpy.
I've aggroed one of them.
Roll initiative.
Roll on the frump dice.
I don't have my frump dice ready.
Do we need to roll to find?
Yeah, I'd say this will be throughout the night, because I'd say as you kind of get these guys favor and kind of good ire, so to say, in letting him clock you back and just kind of talking back and forth with them, I would say you would be able to get a good amount of these guys sent over to Dan. As far as finding others, I'd say give me just an investigation kind of as you're browsing around town.
Oh wait, no, give me advantage, Rez.
I will do
That's
that.
my specialty.
Investigate, Rosie, go! And push her on the back.
27.
27. Ooh. So on a 27, you guys start tavern hopping is probably the best way to do this. Before you eventually land on a tavern that is filled with a good amount of people, and one of the rather large tables, looks like it's got about 4 to 6 people seated down. Sometimes some are getting up, grabbing more beer, and coming back down. They look to be gambling at the time, but it's pretty clear that this looks like a group of adventurers.
Rosie will approach. Hi there. My name's Rosie. How are y'all doing? Would you guys like some alcohol?
I mean, of course we'd like some alcohol. That's what we're drinking.
Perfect. She'll buy them
You
a
buying?
round of shots.
It's on us.
It's on us, buddies. Oh, this is gonna go great.
Persuasion.
No.
Does she
The
get,
buddies tipped it over.
does she get advantage?
I'm buying them booze. Yeah, do I get
I'm
it?
standing there looking menacing. Does that help?
No.
That's for
Stop, Rez.
intimidation.
Okay, I got a 13.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, buddies.
Have I got the quest for you?
One of them clambers up out from under the table. They look a little burnt. Got a few battle scars on them. It's a goblin. And he just kind of looks you up and down. Why would you be buying us some free drinks, huh?
Because you look very capable.
This one's
and
adorable.
I have a business proposition for you.
What did you just call me?
Adorable.
It's Bitsy.
All right, that's all right.
It's Bitsy.
Who the fuck's Bitsy?
So we'll later.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Anyways,
I'll get a clip.
all right. So what are you saying we're looking for? Adventure? Is that what
Yeah.
you're getting at?
We got
Yeah.
work for you guys if you're interested. It's kind of a long-term thing.
One of the others looks up a elven man. Looks like he's decked out in lots of leathers, a bow and long blonde hair. Excuse the goblin. He's more of a. We just keep him around, honestly.
That's kind of
Emergency bait. I'll put it that way.
Oh
What the
my
fuck
God,
did you
we're
just
so-
say to me?
He's
I
not
feel like-
lying.
I feel like Rosie's like, that's a little ruthless. Well, I guess that's a good thing, right, Rez?
Yeah, we're looking for Ruthless.
Okay, yeah, so that works. out.
Goblins don't really live that long, so he's happy just to get a square meal every day.
He really is like a
Should
pet.
do better, Bitsy. I mean, anyways. What were you saying, Rez?
I was just saying that I think we
So
need to. hire
You've
these
got an
guys.
opportunity for us that you say, what is it, that we're going to be fighting someone?
We're building a crime syndicate off plane. You could help us kill people and earn a ton of money.
Yeah.
Off-plane, you say? Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
One moment. Gambling, I'm in, as he slaps a card down.
Oh, what do you
Everybody in the
I knew
party
you were gonna make
groans.
that reference. I knew you were gonna make that reference.
Couldn't resist. Everybody groans as they toss out a gold onto the table.
Dragonfire ale, damn it.
But this time it's real. They're actually drinking Dragonfire Ale.
Does Goblin have an affinity for bombs?
No,
Okay.
sadly.
But
I didn't want to go
half
too tongue-in-cheek into the reference.
Yeah.
That's just a step too far.
So, off-plane it is. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is it exactly? Are we thinking... like, take over the World Crime Syndicate? Or just get as much gold as we can?
You
Like,
know,
get as much gold as we can, but also take down the crime syndicate that does rule the world.
So sort of by extension, we would rule after that point, probably.
I'm not sure if we'd rule, or if it'd be a more cohesive union between all the other crime syndicates.
No, I think we'd rule. We would definitely
Are you
rule.
sure? I don't think that's the
Rosie,
plan, is it?
you look me
My
in the eyes
dad
and you
wouldn't
tell
be
me
very.
that that's not what Dan wants.
My dad wouldn't be very happy with that.
He could, sir. He could be our, pet or something.
Our pet, he works for the Devil Mafia.
Yeah, which we would rule.
No offense, but your group sounds a little opinionated.
Yeah, we're evil.
I'm not evil. You're evil.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Okay, I'm not a good social person, so if there's anyone you really should be talking to, his name's Dan. And he's at this bar.
Yeah, we're kind of just sent out to look for people. We're not the face men.
Yeah, obvious. Like, well, yeah. I'm trying to expand my skill sets with talking to people, and I don't think it's going very well.
It's a bit hit or miss. But honestly, it does sound like a fun idea. Pay good.
Better than anything you can find here, I promise you that.
Yeah.
Oh, how much we talking then?
That Dan's
I don't know.
the
They don't
numbers
let me
guy.
near the numbers.
I'm near the numbers, but I don't remember. Secretly, Rosie knows. I think.
Rosie's playing dumber than she lets on.
Yeah. She doesn't want them to come to her as a source of information.
I don't want to talk to them any more than this.
Exactly.
Dan's over here like, no, that's brilliant, actually. We've got one person who they know is like, all right, he's on the up and up. And then we've got another smart lady who's like, you don't know I'm smart, but I'm watching and I know things.
Yep. That's
Very
That's
smart.
the plan.
totally the plan.
And then
Fucking brilliant.
No other reason why she wouldn't want people to come and talk to her.
I just don't want you to ask me questions because I don't like talking to people.
Yeah.
It's brilliant, really.
The elf just kind of looks over to a bald-looking hobgoblin with pale white skin. What do you think, Tarek? You think it's worth a go? If the pay's good, why not?
If you don't mind me asking, what's your skill set? You're obviously good with a bow, so that means you probably could be. I could teach you how to use a gun once we get there.
Is that some kind of crossbow?
No, it's this, and she'll pull it out. It's this thing.
It's like a metal tube.
Yeah. It's really powerful, though, so. And it's small and convenient and hideable. So nobody thinks I have a weapon on me, and then she'll tuck it back.
I will give it that. So yeah, going back and forth. Yeah, Tarek. She would kind of lift up one of her hands as you see she's got 3 fingers on them. Not from missing fingers, but more like looks like she was born that way, as a flash of magic courses around her hands. I was a bit gifted with this magic.
Ooh, what type of magic?
Specifically, that of order. You could call me a bit of a clockwork soul.
Oh,
As
like
she
a
pulls
sorcerer?
out like a little. She pulls out like a little stopwatch. I made this myself.
Are you like a sorcerer or like a wizard?
That is what people try and call me,
Which one?
sorcerer.
Oh, Dan's gonna hate you.
You can't come.
Just because he's a wizard, so he has to read everything, so he's just gonna be a little
I was one of them nerds.
Yeah, he's the nerd. I'm not a nerd. I don't like reading at all.
Rez just looks over at Rosie and then looks back to the other group.
Just a real slow turn, like unblinking.
Doesn't say a word.
I'm just there because I look pretty. I can go pew pew.
Is she pulling off being a fucking dumb? Dumb idiot.
Whoa, Clark.
I'm just gonna. Oh, you were snoring bad. All right, so I'd say overall, they seem to kind of talk amongst themselves briefly, and eventually the elven man does stand up. If you got a job, I guess we could give it a shot. No pun intended.
Oh, because we gave you a shot.
There you go. As he gives you a wink.
You're funny. I wish I was.
Saddest fucking shit to say to these people.
We'll see what this Dan fellow has to say.
Oh my god.
I think we can make our final judgment from there.
I think after they walk away, Rose will turn to Rez and be like, "Do you think they're like they think I'm a complete dumbass now, right?
Definitely.
I did a good job, right?
You nailed
So
it.
they'll never come and talk to me again."
I think you played the part perfectly, Rosie.
Thank you. I was trying really hard.
I could tell.
You're a natural.
But they seemed reasonably competent, so I'm sure Dan will be happy.
Do you want to get
So, yeah, I'd say it sounds like the rest of the night will be Rez and Rosie getting shit faced
Yep.
as they do.
Oh yeah.
So,
have another drinking contest.
ooh, do it.
I'm so bad at these.
Are we rolling con?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, natural 20 to start with.
I got a 24.
Wish I had saved that.
At 20 and a 24. Rez is used to this so far.
My nat 20
Rosie-
is a 23, by the way.
Oh, I mean, you still got a nat 20, so I'll make that count for something. So Rez, I would say, downs it just a little bit quicker than you, Rosie, or at least handles it better.
No, I got this.
Another roll.
Ooh,
One hell of a constitution, Rosie.
27.
7.
I think the confidence got to you, Rez. This one's not sitting so right.
I was never confident.
So I'd say you'll get 1 mark of failure here. Okay, so that'll be a just 1 mark of failure. Nothing really bad happens with this one. So give him another roll.
21.
24.
Okay. Managed to get back on your feet, Rez. Holding your liquor. No problems for either of you.
13.
Ooh. There's a bad one. 11.
All right, you both fail. Rez, I'd say you're starting to feel a little bit, so you'll get a -1 to your con saves
You're going
for the rest of
down,
this.
punk.
Give me another roll.
21.
25.
25 and 21. Okay.
Oh, we're gonna get shit faced.
I'll tell
Oh, yeah,
what,
you guys-
Mine was a 20 because of that -1.
Okay. You still succeed. So then another roll.
26.
17.
Okay. Beats it for Rez, so you are still holding on.
Alright.
Another roll.
19.
17 again.
Okay. Rez, that's going to be another failure here. So you're going to get -2 to the roll.
Okay.
Rosie's just still holding it. Give me another roll.
19.
19. Okay. Rosie?
A natural 20.
Oh shit. Both holding your liquor, no problem. Another roll.
My God. 27.
Jesus.
12.
Oof. Yeah, or as this is going downhill quick, you're gonna get disadvantage here. So give me another roll.
5.
Oof. Rosie?
14.
14. You're both failing.
Did I have
so-
those dice? Jesus
Right.
Christ.
Well, I have a +8 to my Constitution saving throws,
That does help.
Yeah.
so there is that. And most of the time, my dice are only nice to me during stupid shit like this.
I'd say
Mostly.
at that one, Rosie, you're starting to feel the liquor hit you, and Rez, you're just gonna
Are you kidding me?
go out.
This is gonna hit her so fucking hard. Here soon. She's fine now, but Rez is gonna go down. She's like, "Yeah, I beat you, plop."
All right.
Ooh, I know what she'll do. She'll for the last shot. Wait, did Rez pass out already?
I'd say at 5 failures, that's a knockout.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. All right. Well, I'm sure Rosie will pass out soon after.
Probably.
Okay. All right. So, unless I would say eventually, do we want to do the Red Dragon and party interrogation next session? Because I know it is past 11 at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
We can wrap it there.
Who knows where Rez and Rosie will wake up tonight or this morning?
We'll find out next
Hangover
week.
situation.
Yeah. But either way, good session. You guys got a lot of stuff hammered out. You guys got some tongues, so now you don't have to worry about the language barrier ever again. Dan went crazy. You got some mooks to hire. You're gonna get a boat.
Yes, we're going to buy a boat.
Yes. Oh, and you also pulled off a heist. So, pretty productive session. You also learned a shit ton about all the magic items and other stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's still a concerning mystery, but at least we have some information.
learned about a lady who can steal from gods.
That's scary.
I'd say MVP Dan.
I will agree with that.
I would agree with that too, if I had a vote.
Shit. I will vote.
All right then.
I'm
will
glad.
vote?
I'm glad you'll utilize your legal.
My legal right to vote.
Yes.
Yeah, you right to vote. Yeah.
All right. I'll stop the stream there. GG everybody.